Welcome to the Extraordinary Culture Podcast. Podcast for the culture that is music, movies, sports, food, and beer. The Extraordinary Culture.
There you go. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We're
live.
live.
So we're breaking
I
through
guess.
like the Kool-Aid Man? Oh, yeah.
I thought it was to the other side.
Now, does he have pants on now?
No.
Or does he still like just like no pants?
No pants.
Well, I thought the picture was his clothing.
Yeah, didn't he have
I
legs?
think it is.
Here's the
That's what I
thing.
thought,
I don't know.
How come Porky Pig doesn't wear pants?
Neither does Donald.
It's a pig thing.
Yeah, but Donald
And a
has
duck
feathers.
thing.
What?
It's a duck thing.
But Donald has feathers.
It's a duck thing.
Oh, yeah.
Porky Pig is just skin.
You're right.
But Mickey Mouse has no shirt originally.
That's true.
Wow. You know who else doesn't have shirts? Luchadors.
Yes.
Wow.
Luchadors don't have
That's a
shirts.
nice segue. I like that. I
Wow.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
We had to get somebody to get us back on track.
So, did you guys see that article Nerdist posted with the DC characters designed as luchadors?
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Did you see it, Dan?
Yeah, something about it. I didn't read the article, but I saw the
Well, you don't
pictures.
have to look at it. It's just
No.
looking at the pictures.
It was clickbait. No, I don't know.
It very
It
much
clickbait.
was, but it was pretty badass clickbait.
Who made him?
That I don't know. I'm looking at it right now.
Hmm.
Let's see. I'm pretty much just saying shut up and give me my money. Give me and take my money, but DC Collectibles, Big Toy Fair 2019 reveal.
Yeah, they're the ones who do like all the really exclusive ones that you have to
Yeah.
order through comic book shops. You can't go to the Toys R Us or Kmart and buy them.
Well, you can't go to Toys R Us anyway.
I know,
You know
that's why I
why?
said that.
They're not there.
Heyo.
Kmart too. Walmart's pretty piss poor in toys. Like I always see people post shit on Twitter that like, oh, found it at Walmart. And like, I don't ever see that shit at Walmart at all. Walmart's not good for toys. Target's the only spot.
I go to Target, I'm like, this is cool, this is cool. Yeah, I don't.
No, Target has a lot of toys because we bought a lot.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
kids. It's different, but like I'm looking as like collectible. Like, is this cool? Yeah.
No, they
I'll
actually
take
do
that.
carry collectibles.
Yeah, I know they had the whatchamacallit, the Shadow Tidarium. for, like,
Yeah,
a
they
long
also
time
have
ago.
like the Black Series Star Wars figures.
They've been
and
carrying
then-
those for years.
Yeah, but they also have the I don't remember what the Marvel and DC ones are called, but they have them.
The Legends one?
Yeah, I think the Legends one. So they have them. It's just
That's where I always get my pictures of my, like when I show you guys the ones of like the Tugboat and the NWO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so these are cool, but Rancid also did like a mashup with Master of the Universe, which I find kind of weird because like those guys are like older than us and they're like still into He-Man.
That's Lars.
Yeah.
It's all about Lars. Lars is all his social media is always like he's selling comic books or old Mad magazines and like
Always looking for G.I. Joe exclusives.
yeah, and he's got that that fuck you money.
Yeah.
To
Nice to have.
Yeah, it is. Punk rock pays well. They got that fuck you money to be like, oh, I'm looking for this. Anybody have one? What did he just buy? Didn't he just buy a freaking like the G.I. Joe, the aircraft carrier?
No, it was I think it was a Tomahawk.
No,
The-
I think it was the aircraft carrier.
Aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
Aircraft carrier, that's insane.
Dude, that
Does
thing.
he post these on Instagram?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
I wonder why I don't follow him. Huh.
Most of his stuff is that. It's not even like it's either like actually his stuff is very rarely Rancid. It's either old firm casuals or toys.
Like, and he was like, and goes, or he'll find like a bunch of stuff. Goes like, yeah, I'm giving getting rid of these graphic novels. DM me if you want. So,
Yeah. He actually entertains offers from people who just follow him. It's pretty crazy.
Rad.
There's been a couple of times where like, and goes, look, I got this and this. Do you want it? Just give me an autographed copy of And Out Comes the Wolves, and we're good.
Yeah, crazy. I don't follow him. That's wild. Well, I follow him
We
now.
need to start, man. So what else is going on? What are you guys mashing up besides potatoes? Because you're looking pretty plump.
That's like the pot calling the kettle black, dude.
Yeah, I know. I just had mashed potatoes yesterday. They were pretty good.
I don't know. I remember the first time I actually saw mashup was at Kmart. Remember they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with Star Trek?
No.
That's when I started working there. So I'm like, I go,
Okay.
this is weird. And I goes, why would they mash these up? I mean, we didn't even call them mashup. They were like just like these are two different franchises they're putting together.
That's weird. I don't remember that at all. Maybe.
That's like when Star Wars did the Transformers.
Yeah, I remember
They did
those.
those. Those were fun.
Hmm.
I
But
never
they-
really wanted them, but I'm like,
They look cool, but I was like, at the same time, I was like, yeah, but these, this is not right.
exactly.
Oh, you one of those guys? It's not pure.
No, I'm not one of
No,
those guys.
no.
It's just like,
I found a picture of those things.
which ones?
The Ninja Turtles.
You don't remember those at Kmart?
I vaguely.
Because you used to stock the toys too.
I don't. Nah. Well, that doesn't mean anything. So
I
don't
know those. I know Stuck in the Toys came in handy when the Star Wars toys came in.
Yeah, they did because I came up on those. I still have boxes of that stuff.
I'm trying to
I
sell
do
mine.
too.
They're not worth
They're
shit.
not worth anything.
They're not worth anything.
I know.
You sell them and you're gonna be like that guy in like 50 cents in the dollar bin over like frankincense.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna be doing.
You know who you could probably sell them to is that guy Yuma from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and bar wrestling and stuff.
Oh yeah, he's always posting about toys.
He's always looking for toys.
Yeah.
I'll sell you all these. Give me $200.
So what's going on, man?
So what happened? My annual pass has expired 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
2 days ago. Well,
Oh,
Monday.
man.
Monday.
So you've pretty much, as long as I've always known you, well, I've known you for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, when did you get your pass? When you were like 16?
Yeah.
You're-
No,
it was like when you
was about
first-
18. About 98,
18.
99.
Okay.
And there was only about a 2 or 3 year gap. We didn't have him right around the time Anthony was born, and we were clearing out all our debt and stuff.
Yeah.
So other than that, the better part of 20 years.
That's
Yeah.
That's twice this week I've heard of something
Now-
coming to an end like that after.
Now,
a long
after
length of
like
time.
10 or 15, did you ever get like any kind of recognition from
No, you don't get recognition for shit.
nothing?
No.
Like not even a letter like, hey.
No,
thank
you get
No,
a
no,
that receipt that says thank you.
Yeah.
I had to request a magnet that said annual pass holder on it.
Oh, shit.
I had to
got
complain.
one.
I had to complain and say I never got one of those. Why didn't I get one? Oh, well, they randomly send it, but thank you for your inquiry. So we're going to send you one because you sent us a
Wow.
email.
Remember, you used to get a magazine as an annual pass holder.
Not anymore.
That stopped. No, that stopped when I had my
Yeah,
pass, and I
not
haven't had mine
anymore.
since 2009.
But I shit you not, the day my pass has expired, the D23 magazine showed up at my door. So I'm like, yeah.
So you have a D23 membership,
Yeah.
but not an annual pass.
No.
Okay.
But I've had my D23 membership for a few years, so it expires in May.
Are you
it
gonna
doesn't
renew
go for
that?
the thing.
So I don't know.
Are you gonna go to the expo?
What's the cost on it? I don't even know what that.
On the expo now?
Yeah. Well, you membership. You said a membership.
Yeah, I still have the membership, and I have the Gold
How
Family.
much is the membership?
The Gold Family membership is about $180 a year.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but
Something
that's
like
not including the tickets to D23.
Right. That's why I said
No,
oh
no,
shit.
but that gets you the magazine, that gets you the discounted tickets to D23,
And how
that
much of a
gets you
discount do you get?
access to.
not enough to pay for the
Gotcha.
not
the
enough to pay
membership.
for the
Sure,
membership.
sure.
But we've always had it when we were doing it, and it's still up in the air. It's more than likely we'll go still.
Now that's
But
a
if we
really
do this
nice
year-
magazine too. I mean, it's like a big square bound, like a Life magazine
it's
size.
beautiful. It's beautiful. Got my Captain Marvel cover on it, posters in there. It's a great magazine.
Yeah, do you put them in
Even-
poly
even-
bags and
It
hide
comes.
'em up?
It comes in its own plastic bag.
Oh wow!
So you don't really need a poly bag. Ruby pulled it out. She was really careful with it. She was looking at everything. She was pinpointing it all. She's like, "Oh yeah, they talked about that." And like offhand Disney, we were just watching
Yeah,
and this and that. So she's good with that, So I feel bad because the kids aren't gonna experience it for a year, but we're gonna bank the money and we're gonna probably end up doing a Disney cruise next year.
awesome. So when you went? Did you see any stuff from the new Project Stardust?
Yeah, it's been going on here and there for a while. Like it's been a good 6 months now. It's almost been since the summer that they had like the Adventureland stuff open,
Yeah,
where that walkway was clear, and they got rid of a portion of the bazaar side, became tables and chairs so people could eat from the Bengal barbecue there. And then they also moved like the pickles cart and all that stuff
Yeah.
on that side of it. And then the other side became nothing but stroller parking.
yeah, and I know they also got rid of the old Aladdin experience.
Yeah, the
was gone a
Aladdin's
while ago, right?
Oasis, it was never used.
Yeah, but the building's gone. It was gone. It was
Yeah,
there
so
for
they
years.
gutted it out. They gutted the Cave of Wonders, and it's a restaurant. It's the Tropical Hideaway, so it's tied in with the Tiki Room. Good food, man. It was very tasty. We had they have bao, so they have the dumplings. They have a beef one, the bulgogi beef. They have the chicken one, and they have a vegetable curry.
They have chicken feet.
No. And then they added a bunch of different flavors of Dole Whip. So you get a raspberry Dole Whip, like an orange pineapple Dole Whip.
Orange pineapple. That's just like a cactus cooler. By
It
the way.
is.
Yeah,
That would be
sounds
that would be really good with a cactus cooler, like a float.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, no,
No,
I had it. It was
super
good.
So that's the big one, and then they've been doing all that other stuff. They've been laying the new brickwork, and there was that Sleeping Beauty castle has a scrim on it that had a mysterious logo attached to it.
Yeah,
for a
I don't know
while.
how that happened.
But they've changed that. It's a castle now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
the scrim is a castle now.
I wonder if Banksy's going to get out there again and take care of that.
Oh, probably.
We'll have to get them on it.
Danksy.
Danksy, yeah. Just dank. Dan knows what that.
Always.
But that park was not designed for Galaxy's Edge,
No.
and it hasn't been. I would dare go back and say it hasn't been designed for the 24-hour events. It started, 10 years ago.
And ended real quick, too.
Yeah, they weren't designed for that capacity.
Yeah,
And
on those 24-hour nights, were they like still packed?
Oh, yeah.
Because they were sold out, right? Those
They were
all
sold out,
events.
and usually it was you saw craziness until the wee hours of the morning. Like we never went for the 24 hours. We would always get there, let's say like 2 a.m. And by the time we got there at 2 a.m., it was amazing.
Now, the one that you went to sold out. Did the rest of them sell out? I don't remember.
Of the 24-hour events,
Yeah.
the very very first one sold out was insane.
Yeah, that's the one that you were at, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was I want to say it was 2012.
I don't remember other ones actually selling out.
No, but they always hit capacity.
Okay.
They always hit capacity, and there was a point where you couldn't go to Disneyland. You had to go to DCA, and even at some points, it was that 2 guests out, 2 guests in.
That's crazy.
But usually by a certain point in time, people were the regular day crowds had kind of died off, and midnight-ish.
Yeah.
So if you got there like 1, 2 a.m., it was a decent day in the park. And
That's
then
crazy. You
and
have to
then-
wait till fucking 2 a.m. to go to
That's-
Disney.
yeah.
Just
Dude,
to enjoy
we,
it.
we would literally go to bed at like 7:30. We're going to go to bed. We're going to sleep till like midnight. Then we're going to get up and we're going to go.
Yeah.
And we'd go, and then we'd do that. We'd close the park at 6. We'd hang around the hotel and go have breakfast at Steakhouse 55 at like 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And then
Wow.
pass out.
Yeah.
That sounds like grad night.
That
Pretty
does.
much.
That sounds
It was
exactly
our
like
own,
grad
man.
night.
The kids would go in their pajamas, too. I just take your pajamas. I don't care.
Neither does Disney, apparently.
Nope.
Hey, as long as
you,
they're
see that,
dressed.
you see that a lot now. People wearing pajamas.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Like adults or just
Yeah,
children?
like adults.
Everybody.
Well, I mean, hi, Michael. Michael actually does an event where it is pajamas.
Uh-huh.
So he actually promotes
Bananas
that.
and pajamas.
That's
No,
funny.
it's pajamas and glow because he does 2 different events. He combined them, so people literally show up wearing their PJs and like glow stuff.
Yeah, so
which
it's just
is-
like
it's just all in fun.
yeah, like I know because like they've had different events.
Yeah.
and like I know like they have Dapper Day. So how many like people usually come like in the?
Oh,
pajamas?
he's had hundreds of people show up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it just depends on the day and kind of what's going on. He's smart about it. He tries to get it on days when some of the lower passes are open too, so they get a chance to do it too. But like,
So what days would like those be? Or
usually like on a Sunday,
gotcha.
or like a Friday night
Uh-huh.
when they have a thing. Because most of the passes that are lower are usually blocked on Saturdays,
Okay.
so he doesn't do it during those days. It's usually on a Sunday. But yeah, he's had pretty good turnouts from the couple that I've been to and from the Pixie Posts. So it's
Oh,
actually been
cool.
fun. We went to a glow one and he's a friend of mine, so we
Yeah.
end up hanging out with him too. But then he's always like meeting other people there. And, he's got a bunch of friends there. At the
And then
park.
you have the picture moment.
Yeah,
So
the biggest
and
one
the
has been
plans
actually the
for-
Star Wars one, which I think is the next one he's doing. He's going to correct me on this. I know he's going to call me on my bullshit. But
Question.
he actually does like a Star Wars one where it's a parade of lightsabers he ends up doing. That got so big, Disneyland security actually told him something.
Did he have to
So-
stop it or?
Yeah, they tried to stop it. But how can you stop 300 people walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever? You said you know this guy.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever talked to him like about like what it takes to like put something like this together?
He just does it unofficially, so it's
Right,
all
but
just kind of
there's
on the
plan.
low. He's got a couple of groups he runs on Facebook
Uh-huh.
and just promotes like that, event pages, things like that. He was a DJ, so he back in the day he's kind of like into house mixes and stuff. So he knows how to promote events
Sure.
for the most part.
So it was back.
okay.
He just goes
Yeah,
back
it's
to
all,
Labor
it's
Day
all
then.
unofficial.
Well, I'm sure
Bats
it's all
Day.
official. Yeah.
Bats Day is so big it runs on a different scale.
Yeah.
Like Noah, who does Bats Day, always had to pay for security and for the photographers to take that picture in front of the castle and stuff because there's just so many people.
Right,
right.
Disney would bring out something to get a photographer up to get a whole thing. Michael wouldn't do that
Sure.
just because
Yeah.
I don't have the
It's on
money
a
to do it.
smaller
Yeah, it's on a
scale.
smaller scale.
Correct.
I mean, it's still a
Sure.
lot of people, but
Sure.
not on the scale of what a Bats Day would be.
Right.
Bats Day
but-
is no longer a thing.
No,
anymore.
because
Yeah.
Noah can't afford it.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It became Disney wants to charge him for everything because they would charge him for pay the photographers to take the photo. You did this, so it's going to cost you this because it cost us this.
Sure,
Like
sure,
it's just
sure.
it became something that's like it's not feasible to
I
do because
think-
he's not
Right.
doing it to make money.
I think Bats Day will come back organically. Like
Well, Bats
they'll have
Day-
like a few people coming and then like
It's-
go back. But it's going to die down and then it's going to go back to just a few people.
Did you
doing
ever
it.
go to Bats Day?
We went one time.
Okay, so the actual Bats Day itself is like more than just the walk around the park.
Yeah.
It also was the
There's a fair.
yeah, there's
fair.
a fair and all that kind of stuff. Where
There's
it
all
just
kinds of
became
shit they
yeah,
were doing.
all kinds of stuff. It
Concerts.
just became too big to handle and deal with, and he's not really making money on the deal. Just did it more as like something he wanted to do to bring people together, and it just got too big. And And then once you start adding costs from Disney's giving you a bill, then you can't, how can you do that?
That's one way to shut it down.
Yeah. So what actually happens is it's like all the other stuff, the black market fair and all that kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore, but there still is kind of an unofficial, like, okay, it's Bats Day. So
it's a meetup. It's a goth meetup day.
Yeah, that's it. It's a meetup. Mm-hmm. Yeah, is what it is. And that's what Michaels are. Michaels are just kind of meetups like that. They meet up at different spots and then maybe like do a ride takeover. Because the last time for the Glow one, I had just missed it because Rob and I actually went. Rob knows Michael too. And we went and we just missed they got on the train and took the Grand Circle tour, on the train. They filled up a whole, which was cool because last time he told me he went, they took up a whole car on the train. Like, that's cool. When you think about it, that's quite a bit of people.
Yeah.
That get on the train together.
Does
or,
he live?
Pirates or something. He lives out in actually Moreno Valley.
Gotcha.
Oh wow.
There are so many of those unofficial days though now that come and go.
Yeah.
Because I remember even back Raver Day.
There still is Raver Day.
Wow. There's Raver Day. There's Ska Days. There's
Remy had a Ska Day for a little while.
I remember that one.
There's a Doctor Who one.
Yeah, there's Gala Day.
Yeah.
Is there really?
Yeah. There's a Doctor Who one. Disney just had some adventurous thing. Did you see that? Everybody went dressed like Indiana Jones.
Oh shit!
I didn't catch the whole thing, and I'm going to catch flack from the Mouse Pirate guys for not knowing this shit. But
is there a website that kind of, or is there any?
There's a couple of different groups online that promote the unofficial days. There's kind of all of them, but obviously, Gay Days is probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
Now, Gay Days, but they do have what do they call it? The brown something. I think that's the Doctor Who one. Brown Coat Day. I can't remember.
No, that's Serenity.
Oh,
yeah,
Serenity.
Firefly.
Yeah, I had the Firefly one
Serenity.
too.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
No,
yeah, Firefly, dude.
Gala Day.
13 episodes in one movie. Yeah,
Gala Day is Doctor Who.
But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of neat that people get together and just do that kind of stuff, kind of unofficially, like
And now they're doing the official ones. Now they're doing the '90s nights and the Star Wars nights.
Yeah, actually, actually, Diggs went last night.
Yeah, '90s night was supposed to be pretty.
They gave away a fanny pack, dude.
They had Max out. He was in a Powerline outfit.
Yeah, they had the Baloo from Tailspin.
Yeah.
They had the '90s cartoons out.
Yeah.
So I want to know if anybody saw
Scrooge
Zach
thing,
Morris.
yeah.
So if anybody saw Zach Morris, let me know.
Mark Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, not Mark Paul. Zach
You
Morris.
want to see Zach?
I wanna
You
see
want to
Zach
see the
Morris.
phone?
No, I want to hear. I'm so excited.
That's Jesse Spano.
Yeah, whatever. It's still from Saved by the Bell.
Well, the funny thing is, like, if they had 90s
Zack
Day,
Attack.
we could all just wear our regular clothes and just make sure we change the shirt to its age appropriate, and we'd be all the same.
Nah, I'm not sporting the pump up Reeboks.
Dude, I'm still wearing the jeans and the flannel shirts I wore in the 90s,
Now it's
so-
now. Do you got a pair of New Balance too? Because that's like.
No, I'm not a dad. I'm not you. I'm not a dad like that. Not a classic dad.
Dan,
No,
all you have to do is put on.
I just bought some Skechers, dude. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just put on
Hey,
your Doc Martens.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'm wearing Skechers right now, but they're
Doc Martens,
they're so freaking comfortable.
Dickies, and a band
I
shirt.
can't argue that, dude. The ones I just bought are pretty comfortable. But I bought them not to wear all the time. I bought them because I'm going to go on a trip or I'm going to walk around like
Yeah.
the entire week.
Well, no, these are like my work shoes, but they're also my casual shoes.
take a look at all
They're
them.
loafers. I'm wearing Skechers loafers.
Skechers loafers.
I have some sport ones that actually look like regular tennis shoes. They don't look like.
Oh
man.
my god!
Wow.
And he's got the white
and
And
socks.
he's got the
socks.
white socks. Yeah.
They're the high ones. Dude, I can't do no show.
Didn't I show you?
Oh,
can't
dude,
do
I
What about
love
just-
no
how about-
shows.
How about just black? How about just black socks?
I do wear those half the time too.
Okay.
It just depends on the day.
Yeah. There you go.
I saw a meme when I was over somewhere of one of those like classic dad things,
Yeah.
and it totally was like, man, that's Craig. Like,
That's funny.
that's funny, dude.
All right. You guys want to take a break?
Yeah, we're taking a picture of Rick's shoes for the site.
All right. We'll take a break and then we'll come back. And
We're
we'll
supposed to
into
get
some
new
other stuff.
followers, not turn them away.
Hashtag classic dad moves.
When I work the day, kids going out to play. If they only knew, but I'm running to their jobs, scum sitting just like slots. So he ain't running you. I'm going every day of life on the place to fit. What we see some man to do. Every time we go downtown, everybody wants a rep. Cut up for your bodies, man. Watch out for that flash of lights. You're destined for a nuclear funeral. Everybody in this world, all the little boys and girls, you're destined for a nuclear funeral. Everybody that you know is dead, 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 dead. Oh, can this be a dream? It's a middle poison radioactive waste labs. Evacuate the area. That's the fine hammer. Are you destined for a nuclear funeral? Everybody in this world, all you little boys and girls, are you destined for a nuclear funeral? Everybody that you know is dead, 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 dead. The sickle, the hammer, the sickle, the hammer, the sickle, the hammer, the sickle, the hammer. Are you destined for a nuclear funeral? Everybody in this world, all the little boys and girls, are you destined for a nuclear funeral? Everybody that you know
Can I
is
say something
dead.
before we go into the wrestling news?
Yeah.
Whenever, are we still recording?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. So, Dan,
Yeah.
we were talking about my loafers and just goofing around about that.
Yeah.
That reminded me of that episode of The Wonder Years.
The electric shoes.
No.
Oh.
Where Kevin Arnold's friend needs to talk to the girl and he keeps stalling. And he gets down and they're like, what is he doing?
Oh, he's tied his
His
shoes,
shoe.
but he's wearing
Wearing
loafers. I remember that.
Oh, great.
Chuck.
Hey,
that was
man.
his name. That was his name.
That's
Chuck.
it.
Was that the guy that sweated a
And he
lot?
would
Yeah,
always
he-
blink all the time.
The nervous twitches.
Yeah,
and the,
yeah.
yeah.
See, I stopped watching once they got to high school. So only one I ever remember was like they have to give blood. That guy writes that one paper and he gives it to that girl. And they were trying to go sneak out of school to go see Deep Throat. That's the only episode from like the later years that I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, even Giovanni Ribisi was on the show for a
Yeah,
long
he was.
time, so he had a good role too.
David Schwimmer. Like, there's a
Is
lot
that
of
on
people the
Hulu or anything?
No, it's kind of hard. I think it's on something now. I want to say I can't remember for sure, but it's really hard because they had so much music on there.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
Getting the licensing rights for everything
the
for
music.
streaming or for DVD, it's really hard to
Yeah,
do.
they were saying that and WKRP in Cincinnati were like the two hardest ones
Yeah.
because of music rights.
Wow. Oh, no, it makes total sense.
Yeah, it's just the way things were written. It's hard
Yeah.
to do. But trying to go in some else. It is WrestleMania season. Mr. Lord Alfred Hayes.
This is Lord Alfred Hayes bringing you WWF news. The WWE will be inducting to the Hall of Fame DX, Honky Tonk Man, and Tori Wilson, and others to be named later.
The other rumored name going around is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Yeah,
Oh,
I heard
that'd be
Brutus
rad.
a barbecue cake.
Yeah,
I just think
hasn't been confirmed yet. It'll probably be
No.
announced next
Brutus the fucking barber.
you mean
Leslie?
Leslie, Booty Man.
week. Not the Renegade, the Disciple.
Yeah, the disciple.
So with DX, it's interesting that it's the whole stable. Shawn Michaels will be the only second person who's gone in twice. And then the other one is Ric Flair, who's gone in with Four Horsemen and
Yeah.
Solo.
But
And
that's the only way they're gonna get China in.
yeah, I don't think there'd be any other way to get China. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was going to say.
Mhm.
And Honky Tonk Man, for all the shit he's talked about everybody,
Yeah, that's actually surprised me. That dude's kind of a fucking J-Bron. That really does surprise me that they would induct him because he's not well liked. Eric Bischoff makes no bones about the fact that he freaking hates the Honky Tonk Man.
Really?
He's like, I couldn't wait to fire that motherfucker. Yeah,
even recently on the 83 Weeks,
yeah,
he said, like, I was going to talk to him, but whatever, fuck it.
yeah. He does not like him, and he doesn't make any bones about the fact that he's just like.
He
fuck
said,
that
like,
guy.
the only reason I had him in WCW was a favor to Hulk. And Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was harassing me every day saying, like, come on, can we get this guy in? Can we get this guy in? Like, fuck it, all right, let's get him in.
So you think Jimmy Hart's gonna induct him?
That's the only person I think who
Let me
would
tell you,
induct
baby.
him. Who could induct him. Everybody else he has heat with. I mean, Jerry
Yeah.
Lawler.
No, I don't really think he has heat with a whole bunch of people because I think they just see him as a fucking flake. So I don't know. Whatever. Does he deserve to be there though?
Yeah.
Longest
he's the
reigning
longest.
Intercontinental champion.
Of all time.
Rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, they only did it because, I mean, you kept the title because you were able to draw money and bring, fans in because of that title. They lost it because they were trying to promote the Ultimate Warrior. That's why he gave it up and he said, like, I can't fight this guy because I'm an entertainer. I'm not a wrestler. Because he said you needed like a Terry Funk or a Harley Race to make a good match with the Ultimate Warrior at that time. Because the Ultimate Warrior was a very, not the best wrestler.
And not a good worker.
Good worker, yeah.
It's just sloppy as all hell.
Well, he wasn't into it.
No.
Then we got the other one that's weird is Tori Wilson.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, yes
mean,
and no.
I-
That's yeah.
I respect it, but
Now I will give her that. Not maybe as well as Trish Stratus, but Tori Wilson kind of learned how to wrestle. as they got going. Once they got past all the stupid matches, and they started actually wrestling, she did kind of learn to wrestle. It was respectable. It was respectable what she could do. I found that one to be a little weird.
I mean, there's other women they could put over, but I mean, they weren't as popular as Tori Wilson. I mean, come on, she had her own Playboy. I mean, I don't think they'll ever put Sable in at this point unless Brock pulls a favor. But like Luna Vachon.
Is Luna Vachon in the Hall?
I don't think she's that. And then Sherry Martel, Scary Sherry. Those are two names that I definitely think should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. I think at this point it's more about the name recognition for a lot of fans.
Yeah.
You're putting in the Honky Tonk Man because you recognize the name. You're putting in Brutus Beefcake because you recognize the name. Is Paul Roma ever going to go into the Hall of Fame?
No, Paul Roma's not going to go into any Hall of Fame.
Is the Brooklyn Brawler ever going to be in the Hall of Fame?
He
as
should.
The greatest jobber of all time?
No, just for his stuff backstage, too.
But he did everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Lombardi, yeah, I said it right.
You're thinking Vince Lombardi.
Yes, Vince Lombardi tried to throw me off for a second. He did everything, man. He was kimchi. He was everything. You know, he was the guy. We need somebody. He's in there. I mean, the job. If the job of a wrestler is to make somebody else look good, he did his job better than anybody
That's what
else.
I was going to say. And goes, your job as a wrestler is to make the other guy look good. And like I goes, and that's what he did. And that's my friends like. So you're going to say that Brooklyn Brawl is the greatest wrestler of all time? He goes, if you want to look at it at that perspective, yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I remember when he finally won a match on the pre-pay-per-view show.
The Brooklyn Brother wins.
Maybe we'll get Barry Horowitz.
Barry.
Who got over for a little while and got a push.
Yeah. The 1, 2, 3 kid, man. He wasn't supposed to be anything.
Yeah, I think the Click pushed him a lot,
Yeah, I think so, too.
though. But hey, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who's going to end up doing it eventually, though, is King Kong Bundy.
Yeah.
He deserves.
Man, that was sad when I heard about that one.
First thing I thought about is exactly what you guys posted, that him bashing his head through the door and Married with Children. We're here.
Yeah, that was
bashing
me.
in the door to heaven right now.
So
saying, we're here.
To clarify some stuff, and I put this on that post. The Bundys from Married with Children are named Bundy because the writers were fans of King Kong Bundy, so that's why it was Rhodes, the next door neighbor of Rhodes for Dusty Rhodes. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of references in there.
Oh wow, that's so rad.
So King Kong Bundy, when he was on twice, and when he was first on, he played Peg's brother, which is when he busts through the door and says, "We're here." The second time he was on, it was the episode where Bud was trying to join No Ma'am.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
They
I
told him
forgot
he had to go to WrestlePalooza as the Bumblebee and wrestle, so he ends up wrestling King Kong Bundy. So you remember that?
Yeah, that's
Bumblebee?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good stuff.
You know, I never processed that. So many wrestling references. And
There's a lot of wrestling references in
You know,
Married with Children.
he competed. Al Bundy competed at Glow. And
Yeah.
everything, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
against was it Mount Big Mama?
Big Bad Mama.
Yeah, Big Bad Mama. Yeah. That was fun.
So bad.
So let me ask you. The first thing because you said the first thing you remember was him sticking his head through the door and saying, "We're here."
Yeah.
What do you remember of his matches? Because I was trying to think. The only thing you remember, I remember 5. But hold it up 5 to me because I remember 5. I do remember that, and I remember some like the steel cage match with Hulk Hogan. Beyond that, I really don't remember much.
He was just one of those brutes. That's all I remember.
Yeah, because remember he had that run for a little while in WWF. He took some time off, and then he came back, and that's when I remember they're doing the King of the Ring, and like I said, "Oh, so what happens if King Kong Bundy wins? What are they going to call him?" And then you said like, "Oh, the King Kong Bundy." But yeah, and I remember his 5 count, and then like
WrestleMania 2. That was because it was the main event. In
yeah, he
WrestleMania
wrestled
2.
a couple of years with that, and then he retired or he went away for a little while. I don't know what he did. It wasn't WCW, and then he came back. He had the 5 count. He did a little bit of competition, the King of the Ring, and that was it.
So did you see? Did you guys see Enzo Amore's post?
No.
About King Kong Bundy, no. You follow that fool?
No, but it made the rounds on like Facebook and Twitter. So Enzo Amore posted that when King Kong Bundy passed, that his grandma took him to go see wrestling and all this stuff, and it started to be heartfelt. And he's like, "But I'll always remember the guy with the green tongue who bit the turnbuckles."
Oh my
George,
god.
That's George the Animal Steele. And he posted a picture of George the Animal Steele. One picture of King Kong Bundy, the other one of George the Animal Steele. And it was like, oh, bro. And then so everybody calls him out on it, right? Like you fucking moron. That's the wrong dude, because he's always been called out for like you're not a real wrestling fan because he didn't come from wrestling. He talked his way into it.
Oh, okay.
He didn't have any training when he first started working for the company. He had no training. whatsoever. So everybody called him out on that. And he kind of shoots back with like, why you guys couldn't like hit me heat? Like the guy just passed, blah, blah, blah. Trying to pass the buck, dude. Like that fucker's fucking stupid. Good God.
Because you're disrespecting the fool by not.
Knowing who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like when Charles Manson died. Everybody's posting pictures of Marilyn Manson. It really happened though.
No, the worst I remember was when Nelson Mandela died. They were posting pictures of the guy who played him in the movie. Oh, geez.
Oh yeah. Man, he played God in Bruce Almighty.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah.
But Morgan Freeman, have you ever seen Morgan?
Oh,
Freeman?
yes.
Morgan Freeman and Nelson Mandela side by side. It's uncanny, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
It's uncanny. In fact, because I taught about South Africa and apartheid when I was teaching world history, and I would show Invictus because it was kind of towards the end of the year, and Invictus is a good movie, and you get to see how apartheid works, you know. So I would do that, and then I would show the kids, yeah, this is Nelson Mandela, and this is Morgan Freeman. They're like, oh my God, it's like the same guy, and it's
funny.
uncanny how much he looks like him.
Speaking of movies, man, Chris Hemsworth's gonna play Hulk Hogan. What do you
Yeah,
think?
that's
What
right.
do you think,
I saw
man?
that.
He's gonna need a bald cap.
At first, I'm like, what? No. Then I think, yeah, big, blonde, Aryan-looking dude. Yeah, he could do it.
Okay, so my favorite part about that though is the memes going around of Chris Hemsworth doing people have kind of made their images of what he might look like.
Yeah.
And then they've taken Chris Evans and made him Macho Man. Like, that's so great.
Oh,
We gotta find that one for this part of the YouTube.
That would be.
But it was
funny.
hilarious. That's
Here,
gonna be
I
fun.
found Enzo Murray's tweet. He wrote, R.I.P. King Kong Bundy, the epitome of pro wrestling. I recall going to shows at MSG with my grandparents. My grandma Rafaela loved him and hyped him up the whole ride in. Plenty of wrestlers risked it all that night, but I never forgot the guy with the green tongue who ate the turnbuckle. Oh, I'm saving the picture to put on YouTube, and the file's called Dumbass.
Dumbass.
That's freaking funny, dude.
Now, so dumbass, you think that's what they told Arn Anderson when he got fired?
If you saw what he
yeah,
did,
yeah.
then yeah, he is a dumbass.
So go into it from what you've heard.
I haven't heard a lot, but from what I've heard, there was a house show that Alicia Fox was intoxicated at, and he let her go ahead and wrestle.
Now, was she like Scott Hall intoxicated?
That I don't know.
Okay, so we don't know how bad she was.
I don't know how bad it was, but either way, that's not a good thing, man. That's very dangerous. So here's the picture of Chris Hemsworth as Macho Man,
I gotta find
Oh,
that
yeah.
or Chris Evans. I gotta save this. You know, when it comes down to the idea that you want these people to be safe, you want to take care of them, that's not good.
Yeah.
But Arn Anderson's always been one of those interesting characters. He's always kind of been the gritty, no-nonsense guy, and always kind of seems like he's marched to whatever he wants to march to, and he's got that focus, and what he's going to say goes. I mean, he's the enforcer.
A lot of people were saying that's part of in the future when Shane and Triple H and Stephanie take over the company, that they're going to be doing clearinghouse anyway, and this is kind of like maybe a first step towards that.
It could be.
No, I've heard that actually him and Vince are known to have gone at it. quite
Oh
a
yeah,
bit,
yeah. I heard that they
about
went at it. Yeah.
the way stuff was done, and this happened to be the last straw. So interestingly, Alicia Fox didn't really deny that, but she didn't say that she did it either. Like, it kind of was like, she posted something that said, like, something about, your eyes don't know what they didn't see. Something like that. Basically, she didn't say she did it, but she didn't say she didn't do it.
Yeah.
So you never know. And then she hasn't been on TV in a few weeks. It's weird though, because she disappears. If you notice, she disappears a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything by any means that she's up to anything, because I don't know. That's unfounded. But she does disappear from TV quite a bit. She'll be there. She'll be at the start of a good push. She's on TV every week. You know, she was on TV for weeks there with Mickey
Yeah.
James and Alexa Bliss,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden, like, she's gone for weeks at a time. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
But have you seen her character? Her character looks inebriated most of the time anyway. She's got that crazy, like a Fox character.
Yeah, but
so
that's like kind of her gimmick, though.
It is. But how do you differentiate that in the ring? It
Yeah.
looks similar. I'm not trying to defend her by any stretch of the imagination, but
Well, I mean, TNA let freaking Jeff Hardy get in there with Sting for the world title.
Yeah.
yeah. But there was very direct orders from Bischoff about what Sting was going to do.
Oh, and Sting was pissed off.
Oh hell yeah, he was.
So
Telling him
I don't
stay
know. I don't
fucking
know.
down.
Arn's respected enough that you may see him in AEW because Cody Rhodes put out something that was just like, oh my god, like I can't believe this would happen. He's got such a mind for the business and blah blah blah. Where it's like, hey man, the cons are throwing around that money.
Yeah.
So the latest, news from that has been possibly Arn officially. JR's contract with WWE ends, and it's already kind of been said like he's going to be going to AEW because he's even said straight out, I want to do play-by-play again, and he's willing to go back out on the road because his wife died a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's by himself.
Because I know, like, when he got fired, I probably deserve to get fired. But, like, I know that's a part of the reason why he wasn't going to want to go back on the road. Because he's had a decent working relationship where he could go back to WWE if he wanted to.
Yeah, he was under that Legends contract, so he can kind of do his own things. He's now getting a podcast with Conrad. Conrad Thompson's going to start doing a podcast with JR too. Yeah, so they're going to do that. And then the other, I just read today that the Good Brothers opted not to re-sign
So
with
their
WWE.
contract expires in September.
Yeah.
Anderson and Gallus.
And then they're going to, who knows? They could go back to Japan and be the Bullet Club. If you follow New Japan, the Bullet Club's rebuilding again, and it's looking strong.
Who's the leader right now? Jay White?
Jay White,
Yeah.
who's really good. Jay White is really good. Switchblade. I don't know. They might fit in there too. They might opt for that if they wanted to
Well,
go back
isn't it
there.
Isn't it good too to join any of those other promotions, even like New Japan, because AEW is trying to work with everybody anyways.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll make their way over.
That's the thing. We're in an age right now where you don't have to work for the big dog to make money.
And that's the thing is everybody's doing that now. Everybody's joining forces and saying it's good for business to have working relationships with people.
It's kind of back like to the old territorial days where, like, yeah, you want to use this guy, you got him for a couple of weeks, and just send him back in healthy and don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, but they blend and they do. Even Impact is doing that now. They're working with Major League Wrestling. They do the AAA stuff. AAA is also working with AEW.
Yeah, Conan was talking about that, and I don't want to misquote Conan, but he said, like, yeah, we're gonna have a working relationship with AEW.
Yeah,
they're gonna have some creative input for what they do. We'll have the guys for a couple weeks, but like I said, I don't want to put words in Conan's mouth because I don't remember exactly.
Yeah,
what
it was
what he
something
said.
similar.
Well, that's for the Crash.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No. Conan doesn't work for Crash.
He doesn't work for Crash. He works for AAA.
AAA.
Yeah,
He worked for Crash.
he did. It's been a while since he's done
Okay.
And we also got Bruce Pritchard was hired.
Yeah, Bruce Pritchard took Arn Anderson's place. Right?
Brother Love, I love you.
No.
No, he didn't take his place.
He didn't take his place.
They were.
No,
they
they
had
were
like
hiring him anyway?
They had a couple days where they were working at the same time.
No.
Okay.
His role is still unclear.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what his actual role is. They,
Nope.
they know he's not fully in charge of creative. He's a vice president. That's his title, senior vice president. He's not fully in charge of creative though, and he's just been doing a bunch of stuff. They haven't really put where he's put in because what everybody thinks automatically is that okay, and people are guilty of this. People are guilty of saying, okay, let's hire the guy that was doing stuff 15 years ago when it was hot. That's great. That was 15 years ago. You can't do that because that's what Russo was doing when he went to WCW, was just trying the shit he had already tried somewhere else, and it wasn't getting over.
Yeah.
The company freaking folded.
And even Bruce has said
and even in TNA, it just like doesn't work. It's time
And
for
you
something
know,
different.
I had read somewhere that 85 to 90% of what Vince Russo had been coming up with was not being used.
Where in WWE?
In WWE.
Yeah, because Vince McMahon has the final say in everything.
So you put a guy who's only getting 15% of what he wants result wise in there as being quote unquote good. Now you're giving him 100% control.
And you also got to remember, Vince Russo came in when The Rock was hot, and Steve Austin was hot, and DX was hot. So they could have written crap, and they would have went over.
Yeah.
And going back to Bruce Pritchard real quick, he was on with Conrad again, talking about his role, and he says he said, my role is unclear. I will be working a lot of hours. All these things that I have planned up to do, I am still going to do because I have, contract. And he goes, I will still do the podcast. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to do it. And then what's the thing that they're doing? That's the Starcast. He goes, I will still be there for that because I have, I've told him, I need to do this because I'm already signed to do this. So he's going to do all his roles, but he says, I'm not sure what everything's going to happen. And he goes, it's a wait and see. And Conrad Sella goes, everybody was hitting me up. He goes, I had to turn off my Twitter for a while, and my emails and everything like that. So, because so many people were texting me, what's going on with Bruce? What's going on with Bruce? What's going on with Bruce?
Wow.
And I just think it's a wait and see game right now.
Yeah. He's one of those other guys. He's got such a mind for the business that he could be doing so much. You don't know.
And I it might even just be a preemptive strike, so like AEW doesn't get them. I mean, that's
one more little piece of AEW news. If you're unaware, there's a pro wrestler signed to AEW by the name of Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
So
And who is Jungle Boy's real name is Jake Perry.
Yes, son of Luke Perry.
oh wow.
So yeah, so just a little, respect to him right now.
Yeah, Luke Perry
He's doing good.
passed away a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and every female that I knew just like, my heart's broken.
Well, you know what? He was also in Riverdale.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
he was.
like kids even now know who he is.
Yeah.
yeah.
So and I didn't know that because I don't watch Riverdale, but like he's worked steadily since.
Yeah.
But to me, man, he was always the guy in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
And very few people know this, but he was actually Dan's hair idol.
And he's the reason why I had sideburns while I was in high school.
So that's the reason Dan still has the little pointy part of the hair. And he had the
What's
same-
left of it?
Completely different, unrelated, man. Baseball news. Baseball season's coming up. We had 2 major deals made in the last couple weeks here.
Yeah, Manny Machado, who was on the Dodgers for last part of the last season where they went to the World Series, who really didn't get any good hits in when we wanted him to.
Yeah.
Kind of was like
He sucked in the World Series.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He didn't
His
do very
offense
much good.
sucked. His defense was on point. His offense sucked.
Is gonna signed a huge deal, $30 million for 10 years with
Yeah,
San
that's a
Diego.
ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
But in San Diego too. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
Like
what's
some guy
crazy.
was saying, did you hear about Manny Machado? I'm like, no. He's all $30 million for 10 years in San Diego, dude. You
with a chance to opt out in 5.
yeah,
And he got, $20 million just for signing right off the top, right?
yeah.
And same with Harper, man. Harper, 13 years, $330 million.
When he can't opt out though.
He can't opt out, and they can't trade him. There is a full no-trade clause. So he is with Philadelphia for the next 13 years. If he ends up ending early,
13 years?
13
I didn't hear that
years.
part. I heard he'd signed, but I didn't hear with 13 years.
$330 million for 13 years.
Jeez.
The Dodgers had been trying to court him a 2, but they wouldn't go any longer than 4. So that's
But,
why
you know,
I'm going
and
to Phillies.
it's just
He's got
crazy.
guaranteed pay for 13 years.
It's just crazy to go that way for like a player. You know,
Yeah.
going more than 4 years or 2 years, depending on their age.
Yeah, you don't hear 13 years.
Yeah.
That's a long term.
What was whatchamacallit's name?
What is he, 26 right now, though?
I don't know.
The guy got
I
from
want
the
to say
Angels.
he's 26.
Pujols. What was his deal with the Angels? How many years was that?
Maybe 10. Let me look that up.
Because that was a long time, but
It was at least 5.
yeah, but it was like for him, he knew like I'm towards the end of my career, so I could just become a DH.
Mm-hmm. You don't hear about 10, 13-year deals, except for, the early 2000s when the Yankees were locking all those guys in.
Yeah,
What was it, Rodriguez, 10-year deal.
yeah, and then, lots of times it was just like to lock them in because they could do it, but like if
Yeah.
they could still opt out, and there was also free trade. There's
Yeah.
clauses where they could go to different teams and be traded.
Yeah.
So
But no, these guys are going to be paid no matter what they're doing,
Yeah.
especially Harper.
Pools was 10 years.
yeah,
He could get hurt, he could be whatever, and guess what? He's going to
fuck
get
you,
paid.
pay me,
Exactly.
and I'm living in San Diego.
Exactly. Are we about ready for another break here?
Yeah,
Alrighty, see you in a few.
There is a place inside of you. One that won't let you let the real thing show. Too many lies have left their mark to serve. The weight is something that I know. Don't be afraid to let it go. It's up to something, the pain along the way. Uninvited by the world we hate. So let the world just disappear. It's up for you to take the weight. 'Cause in the end, you'll know we'll have our day. There is a place inside of me that you wanna know. It's something that nobody ever sees. Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? There is a place inside of us. No one can take away from me and you. Bad just losers in a crowd, poisoning each other, and it's true that no one cares if they're around. There is a place inside of me that you wanna know. Do you wanna go? So throw away the world that made you sad. Both you and I know that they've all been had. Turn on the angels, give our way. Smash and live another day. There's a place inside of you, one that will let you let the real thing show. Too many lies have left their mark to serve. Oh wait, there's something that I know. Don't be afraid to let it go.
Right.
I was thinking the same thing, man. Little CNC Music Factory.
All right, guys, we're back.
Ooh, and with us we have special guests,
Booty call.
the one and only
Booty,
Rhino,
booty, booty, booty.
the Rhino, Ryan Z.
I will never forget. Hello, I'm Ryan Z. First time he was like,
How you doing, Ryan?
That's how the people know, baby.
How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good, man. Just put the kids down. Had a good training tonight at the good old jiu-jitsu studio at 99 Wildemar. Shout out, plugging.
oh, you got stretched, huh?
I got hit in some chokes. It was okay though. It's all good. We had fun. Friday nights, I was telling Christina, instead of going out to bars and stuff, I mean, it's like get to hang out and get beat up, and it's a lot of fun. I got home and had some poke bowls, so it's all good.
Are you wearing Skechers loafers now, though? That's what we really want to know.
Skechers, what?
See,
I don't even know what those are.
No,
that's how you know he's my best friend. No.
Rick apparently has on Skechers loafers. Like
I'm
not
not-
even tennis shoes, like the actual loafers from Skechers.
Dude,
Hey, if they're comfortable, I mean, I'm not against anything. I seriously,
first,
each their own.
yeah, I mean they're my work shoes, but they're so damn comfortable, dude. I'm willing
Yeah.
to
We
wear
got
them.
that memory foam in there, dude.
Fuck yeah,
Are
dude.
they the ones that are like disco boots?
No,
Disco boots.
The big soles on it.
They look like something Jack Tripper would wear.
they're not penny
gotcha.
loafers.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you
Gotcha.
put them on right now, dude. You'll be like, oh shit.
They're gonna change your life. They're
Anyway,
gonna change your
dude.
life.
All right, Xavier, man, this is all your segment, bro. Let's do it.
All right. So first, is the DC extended universe dead?
Yes.
That is crazy. They're going to dump it. I mean,
And that's coming from the chief of Warner Brothers.
Okay, I didn't hear this story, so did they actually say they're going to dump the EU?
They're basically saying like, yeah, these movies are gonna come out, but they're not like this connected universe anymore.
Oh, wow.
They're not completely saying it may never happen again, but they're doing so
They're not
well.
interested.
They're doing so well as separate entities that it makes more sense right now to let them be separate entities. And if at some point they do need to come together for something major, they still have that option.
okay.
But it's not.
But to
something
force
they're-
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not going to force it.
Ryan, did you see Aquaman, Ryan?
It was terrible.
Oh, that's right. You're the one that didn't like it. You didn't like the...
was-
See, I've
the
heard
chemistry.
Terrible.
I heard people say that they liked it.
The visuals were great. I thought that was great. I thought the redhead was
Smoking.
should have been about her. It was boring, and the what is it? The jump the shark bit was when what's his name from Insidious? I don't know his name. Patrick somebody. The I am the ocean master. Come on.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Really? That's the writing. I mean, come on. Like the writing was trash. The visuals were cool, but I mean, whoever wrote that script was like, I don't know. It was not good. I did not enjoy that movie at all. My kid didn't like it. Christina didn't like it. And, Jason Momoa, dude, at the end of the movie, she was like, this guy sucks.
Man, you didn't dig Roman Reigns?
Dude, I would have taken Roman Reigns over. I think Roman Reigns would have done a better job.
All right.
He knows how to act.
Yeah, that's true.
That he does.
I thought Wonder Woman was actually, out of all those movies, Wonder Woman was the best one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually really liked it. We watched it quite a few times at the shop, and
And
I
we
liked
were
it.
watching Ralph Wrecks the Internet this whole week, basically.
Yeah.
And something occurred to me. Gal Gadot or Godot or whatever.
Yeah.
She's the voice of Skank or
Yeah,
Shank.
from
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse or Slaughter, whatever that movie's
Yeah,
that video
from
game's
from
called.
the Grand Theft Auto style game.
Yeah.
So doesn't it mean that technically Disney owns somewhat of Wonder Woman? I mean,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I said that. I said that too.
Just
Yeah.
a little piece of her soul.
I said that, and I said that Aquaman just might be a clone because his dad is Jango Fett.
That's right. That's right.
Tamora Morrison. That's Jango Fett. Anyway, so dead. I'm all right with that. Honestly,
Yeah.
the individual movies were good. I like them, but they're just not. They're not Marvel. They're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Suicide
Better
Squad
if we just do that.
sucked, dude.
You know what? I've never seen Suicide Squad.
Neither have I because I just heard it was so
It was
bad.
good.
And the kids liked it, so I'm like,
I wasn't opposed to it.
The first half was good, and then it completely shifted tones. Like the first half was like you almost got kind of like a, I don't know what I want to say, 18 vibe, where it's like the renegades and they're assembling this crew, and you're like, all right, this is badass. And then they end up in the city or wherever they're trying to deal with the other character, and it's like, what the fuck happened to this movie? It's a completely different tone now, and that's what sucked. The characters themselves, I liked Will Smith as Deadshot. Margot Robbie was fine. All the other characters are okay, except for Jared Leto. Jared Leto sucked ass too.
I mean, Jordan Catalano.
Trash. He was garbage.
Yeah, he was a terrible Joker.
I don't know. I guess I haven't seen it. I've been meaning to see it, just haven't. But I haven't seen Venom yet either. So
Yeah.
not
Venom's
that I'm
awesome.
saying, but yeah, that's what I heard. So I have it. I just need to watch it.
And not awesome in the, like, it's going to blow your mind, and it's not up there with Deadpool or Infinity Wars or whatever, but it was still a fun movie. What's his name? I always forget. Who's Venom? The guy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Dude, he plays that role hilarious. It is funny. It's a good movie. You'll dig it.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it.
And see, that's my thing with movies. I'm not crazy about plots and anything like. I just want to go and be entertained. If it's entertaining for me, that's cool. You know, that's why I'm not really joshing on the live action Aladdin right now and going crazy with that.
I was going to say, what do you think is going to be a worse Will Smith role? Deadshot or Aladdin?
After Earth,
After Earth.
the one with his son,
Anything after Wild Wild West.
fighting the giant spider.
Yeah, that's fucking that guy's. I'm over that guy.
No, but what do you think about that live action Aladdin stuff coming out?
You know what? As much as I kind of don't, I'm over Will Smith. I'm going into this with an open mind because I think he can pull it off. If he gets that Fresh Prince kind of vibe going, he can pull that off. I don't give a fuck what color he is. You fucking racist.
Damn.
Blue
Damn,
people
you
don't
guys
like
just
fucking
went
blue
from-
people.
It's going hard in the
The
paint.
jugular, baby.
I think it should
We're
be in the next
changing it up.
Avatar.
This is Alex Jones on the.
That's what you call going hard in the paint.
I'm not big on any of those live actions coming out. To be fair, like not one looks interesting to me at all. Dumbo and all. No,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
you-
having Lion King, especially. I'm not even a Lion King
Dumbo
fan,
seems
and I was like,
depressing to me.
whatever.
Did you see the fucking line for Dumbo, the AP preview? It was fucking ridiculous. They
Was
did an
it?
AP preview for Dumbo at the park, and the fucking lines were ridiculous.
So you're telling me you didn't open a
Yeah.
bottle of wine, share a summer salad, and watch Beauty and the Beast with Christina?
Maybe the porno.
No, they're talking about the TV series with Linda Hamilton and Ron Perlman.
No, I'm talking. I'm using a "I Love You, Man" reference.
Sure.
Where he's talking about watching Chocolat.
All right, guys, I'm bowing out of this podcast now. Good luck with everything. My chocolate. Fuck, dude. Anyway,
Chocolat.
yeah.
Chocolat.
What else you got on here, man? On this list, we got Dark Phoenix and Zombieland 2.
Dark Phoenix looks good. I go see that one. I'm just kind of weird about how they're rebooting X-Men, and then with the merger happening so quickly, what's going to happen with the future of X-Men? Are they going to integrate them back into the big old Marvel universe? It's going to be Phase 5?
That's a good question, and it's a better question because they kind of went away from the Inhuman stuff too, which was supposed to be their version
Yeah.
of all the being mutant stuff.
So Ryan,
That was
Zombieland
yeah.
2, your thoughts?
I'm whatever with Zombieland 1.
Really? I thought you'd be more into it. Bill
No.
fucking Murray.
Zombieland 2, I'll probably see it when it comes out on digital and pick it up that way. I won't go see it in the theater. That's with a lot of movies, though. Just kind of the way things are going. But I like the first one, but it's not. I don't even own it. And if I own it, that means I like it. And whatever. Lex Luthor, I don't really like that kid. I never have. I never got the face. What was
Oh,
he?
yeah,
He was
what-
in face. I don't even know his name.
that-
Zucker
The
Yeah.
Social Network.
The Social Network, yeah, that's the movie.
It's the
Yeah.
Juno guy, right?
I don't know the guy's
Mark
name.
I love
Zuckerberg?
Woody Harrelson.
No, not Zuckerberg.
No, not the actual, like...
Jesse
Eisenberg.
Yes.
There you go, there you go.
Heisenberg.
Eisenberg.
Heisberg.
Take the H away.
I really I dig Woody Harrelson though, and hopefully they don't just rehash the old jokes and they go for something new, and that'd be good. That'd be great.
You got to throw Twinkies in there.
Is Twinkies worth a Twinkies reference worth $20, man? Not really.
Well, that's a matinee.
I'll take that. I'll take the $5 show down in Temecula. Yeah, absolutely. I'll for sure. But that's if I can get out and do that. But most likely I'll end up watching it through the Vudu app or something like that.
Okay.
Whenever it comes out on something.
You are probably one of the biggest Twilight Zone fans I've ever met. What are you thinking about the new series coming out?
I will give you my 2-minute spiel on this. I think Jordan Peele is the future of horror and suspense. I think Get Out was one of the top-notch horror movies put out in the last 10 years, maybe 20 years. I think his new one, what is it, Us?
Yeah.
Right? Us?
Yeah.
That's going to be killer. So with that, if there's one person I would trust on this planet that is in Hollywood and could direct a Twilight Zone, and just seeing the trailer and the episodes that are coming up, I think they have Glenn from The Walking Dead. They have the asshole stepbrother or the asshole brother from Step Brothers in it. I don't know names very well. The episodes look good. The references look good. There's a lot of touch on like the William Shatner episode with him and his girl are at the diner and they're playing with the devil. It's like
the coin thing?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
He
about.
put a lot of reference in it. I hope he goes past the Nightmare at 40,000 feet. And I'm hoping that's episode 1. And he just really starts hashing in. Even if he does remakes, I don't care. Because he can remake those into something really special. Those shows were so ahead of their time. They're so relevant.
Yeah, they're timeless.
Yeah, you can't beat it. I mean, I still watch that show every night. And I've been since I lived at, 2004. And then before that, and you can still watch it and get something out of it. And I think that he has the mindset of a writer who knows how to scare people with, and as I said millions of times, if you can scare people without overdoing the blood and stuff and really get into the psychological part, and I think he can do that. Get Out was a bitchin' movie.
Did you guys see?
I never saw it. I'm intrigued by it.
We saw it at the shop.
Oh
a
my
lot.
God, there's so much to it.
It was crazy, and I don't really like watching movies.
It layered, and if he layered these episodes like he does his movies, I think you got a winner for sure. Not even being biased, I think even if you didn't even know what Twilight Zone is, and you just tuned in and started watching, I think he's got a winner on his hands.
Who's gonna carry it?
CBS streaming.
The All Access CBS.
Fucking hate.
You can't watch. So they're not going to show it on TV then?
No.
It's like that. The newest Star Trek series. It's only going to be available through their streaming service.
Hey, so Ryan, are you gonna
How much is
buy
that?
it?
Like
I don't know off
something.
the top of my head.
It's like $4 a month or something like that.
That's another.
Am I
one.
going to buy it?
Yeah, are you gonna buy the streaming service to watch it?
Dun dun dun.
If it's like $1, but if it's like $10 a month, no way.
Yeah,
It's not worth it. I'll
the
catch it on something else.
CBS All Access Pass is something you have to buy. I try to buy it just so I can let the guys watch the game, the Super Bowl at
It's $5.99 a month. It looks like
at the shop when we were in Tyler Mall
with
one year.
ads.
I signed up to
$9.99.
$5.99.
$5.99 with
$5.99.
ads and $9.99 without ads.
Oh shit, $10 a month if you don't want the ads.
This
For
is, you know,
CBS? Really?
yeah, dude, freaking. You know, I understand that you don't need TV to be a market anymore, you know, with Netflix and stuff like that. But like this fucking thing with CBS having an app and I can only do it to watch that. The new Star Trek thing, freaking Disney's got one, and then you know, the DC has their own. Like, dude, it's more expensive than cable.
It's you're burning people out by having so many different streaming services.
It's all the a la carte services that you're getting are adding up to your cable bill.
But did you see they're opening the Disney? They're
I just had this
shutting down
conversation
the
with Spectrum
Disney
the other
Vault.
day
Hold
about
on.
Cinemax.
Go ahead, Ray.
I just had that conversation with Spectrum about Cinemax and Epics the other day. I went to watch it on Cinemax. I haven't put on Cinemax in I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
And it said I had to upgrade my subscription. I said, what the fuck? I pay for it. I pay. That's part of my package. It's like, oh no, they're an app now and you have to buy the app. I'm like, so if I buy it through you guys, I'm going to be paying for Cinemax twice? And they're like, oh, well, we'll give it to you for a year for free. I'm like, okay, well, after that, I guarantee you I'm not going to have Cinemax.
Yeah, man. See, that's ridiculous. I've been mad at this for a while. It's gonna burn out. We're gonna see this burn out. Dan was gonna say right now whether I think that Disney's gonna release everything in their vault.
Yeah,
all their movies, right?
yeah, everything's going.
I just saw
out.
that on Facebook like an hour
Everything
ago. Yeah,
will be available
I'll pay
on
whatever
Disney
for that.
Plus.
That's
I think it's going to
ridiculous.
end up the
Dude,
same, like, about $10 a month, which that's going to be
It's
worth
Disney.
it. Yeah, because it is Disney. Do the
It's gonna be
thing. Like,
$20 a month.
I thought about
Probably.
doing the DC one, but because I kind of wanted to see that Titans thing, but it hasn't gotten good reviews, so I saved my money.
You know what? I'll end up getting Disney Plus because my son's gonna be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Dan.
Yeah, that would be. Did you any update to that? Nothing.
No, you know what? It was one of those things. We were in launch bay, and he was wearing a Star Wars shirt, and whoever the PA was came up to him and was like, "Hey, we're doing some background and cut in and B reel footage for the Disney Plus service coming out." She goes, "We really like your son's shirt. We'd like him to kind of just be looking at the museum pieces right here. We're just gonna film him for a couple of seconds doing that as kind of like a cut through when they're talking or interviewing somebody about Star Wars Land or Star Wars whatever." And I'm like, "Do you want to do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I want to do it." So we signed the release, and he took his picture with everything with the permission stuff, and then kind of at the last minute he was nervous to do it by himself. So I'm like, "Do you want me to do it with you?" He's like, "Yeah." So we get in the frame and we're looking at the lightsaber and some of the props from the movie, this and that, and it was literally like 15 seconds. We're like, "Okay, we got what we need."
Yeah, you're going to be that glance over like, "Hey, Galaxy's Edge opened in Disneyland today," blah, 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 and there's Panny by, and
That's
there's,
exactly what
there's
it's gonna
Rick
be.
and Anthony.
Or they're gonna be talking about whatever, The Force Awakens and all that stuff with the merger with Star Wars, and someone's gonna be doing an interview, and it's just gonna be that 2 seconds
Yeah.
of them, that cutaway
Yeah.
for the stock footage. We're gonna be stock footage for Disney Plus for like the next 50 years.
Now, speaking of that, when does Star Wars Galaxy Edge open?
May 31st,
We have a date.
2 days after somebody's birthday.
That's right. And I am not going to be there.
Hey, I was gonna ask you guys that Disney Vault. Do you think they're gonna put like Star Wars and all the Marvel movies and everything in it, or do you
They're
think it's
supposed
just
to.
Disney proper movies?
No, they're supposed to, because a
Are they?
lot of the new Disney and Marvel movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the last one that's going to be on Netflix, and then everything
Fucking
else,
gnarly.
and then everything else is supposed to start showing up on
I don't know that it'll be right
streaming
away.
service.
Might not be right away, but I think that's eventually the plan, and just roll it all out. That's gonna be. Look at the content they have, man. That app's gonna be worth it.
Well worth it.
Totally.
Well worth it. You might as well. I mean, shit, I could turn that on all day and everyone would be happy.
I mean, they've got some good stuff
That's
lined
sweet.
up on top of that. They've got The Mandalorian with Jon Favreau. That's going to be freaking awesome. The Cassian Andor series.
Yes.
There's going to be some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see this app. I think there's going to be a lot of cool things on there. I can't wait to see all that stuff in the Disney Vault that's going to come out and be available to everybody.
I'll tell you what, man. Are you stoked as I am for the new Jay and Silent Bob movie?
Did you see Method Man and Redman were on?
I saw they're on it, man.
That is.
I also
awesome.
heard that they say snoogans
Do they?
and snoochie boochies. gonna
What's
be fun.
one of the bailiffs? They showed a picture. Craig Robinson's the judge, and
And Joe Manganiello's the bailiff.
I saw that. That was so funny. Yeah, I was laughing about that one.
No, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. And did you see? They were in front of the Quick Stop.
Yes,
There was
with
a
that
photo-
red box.
With the red box.
yeah,
with the red box because RST Video was out of business.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, he reached out to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of cool little homages and pieces like that, man. If this is kind of the end of the whole thing, cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
Seems like it'll be done right.
Yeah. They already filmed scenes with Jason Lee as
Yeah.
Brody.
This is going to be an awesome.
Yeah, I think
uh,
Brian O'Halloran did some scenes already. The original Dante Hicks. Cool.
Will he be at Comic-Con promoting it, and we have to wait in line for it at the big room?
Yeah, man. That reminds us of Comic-Con, man. One of the last Comic-Cons we went to when Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out. We were sitting there, and they did the giant Q&A, and I'm sitting in line for the Q&A forever, and this and that, and then they're like, okay, no, that's it, time's up. Because if you've ever been to a Kevin Smith Q&A, you only get 3 questions in the hour that people are talking.
Yeah.
Because he goes off on 30-minute rants.
Yeah.
On one question.
Yeah.
So like 3 people got through an hour and a half panel.
Yeah, and well, the thing was, he was giving out tickets to go see the movie for everybody. Like, he's like, how am I going to give these away? He's like, oh, I'm just giving. If you answer a question, I'll give it to you.
So it ended up being 3 people got them, and they're like, okay, well, if you were in line to ask a question, stay in line.
No, but there's that one guy who asked a question and it sucked, and he didn't get a pass, and he was all pissed off.
I forgot about that.
Yes, I'm like, where can I find a copy of the Superman script? He's all, the internet. He's all, fuck. He's all, that's your question? He's all, yeah, everybody took my fucking question. He's all, you don't got to be pissed off at everybody.
Yeah. No, but it was
Worst
that was cool.
convention ever.
So we actually got to watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back with Kevin Smith in the audience,
Oh, that's right.
and it was like the early cuts of everything, and he's like, the music isn't finalized yet, and this and that. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so that kind of reminds me of that, and I'm really excited. I haven't been excited for a Kevin Smith movie in quite a long time.
We just watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back at the shop. We watch it like all the time at the shop. I keep debating whether or not I want to play Clerks there. I really want to.
There was like seriously like a year where I would watch Mallrats every night.
Yeah.
And just fall asleep. I knew it line by line, back to forth, and all. And then I got to the point where I was watching the audio commentary track.
Yes. No, I remember.
And
this.
I could do the audio commentary track back and forth.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
we would have discussions about this.
Yeah.
I had it on VHS, and then I got it on DVD, and I went through like 3 copies of it on DVD because I watched it every day.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the audio commentary that went with it. Yeah, that was. I remember when you were doing all of that.
And then forget the VHS copy that made the rounds at the high school. I
yep.
don't think anybody knew who the hell that VHS copy of Mallrats
I always thought
belonged
it
to.
was yours.
No. I think I got it from like Terry Elkington or something like that. She's like, I'm like, can I borrow that? Yeah, sure. And then you were like, can I borrow that? Yeah.
It
sure.
just made the rounds.
Nobody knows who it belonged to.
Oh man!
I wonder if
that's
it's still
funny.
floating around at Santiago High School.
They're like, what the fuck is a VHS? Oh.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that movie.
It'll be a lot
It's
of
going to
fun.
be pretty cool. What else we got? Star Wars.
Galaxy's
news.
Edge.
No, we already talked about that.
But what about the preview and the conditions of going in? The reservations?
Yeah, so to get in, did you hear about that, Ryan? The Galaxy's Edge stuff?
I'm trying to figure that out because we're picking. As I text you, we're going to get our passes like probably a week or 2 before we go stay there. So I don't think we're going to be able to get in.
Well, okay, so the way it works for Galaxy's Edge is it opens May 31st, and from May 31st until June 23rd, you have to have a reservation in order to enter the land, which I'm assuming is going to just be like a wristband, because that's the way they do the parties and all that kind of stuff.
If you have a hotel reservation,
No.
you get
No, you don't. That's the thing that you sent. That's what it said in the thing that you sent. Said you didn't get that.
It doesn't guarantee.
It doesn't guarantee you
it says.
anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I kind of like that actually, that it doesn't guarantee you anything, because I know I talked to one of the kids that works for me today. Has a friend that she said works at the Portofino, the hotel. They're gonna jack the rates up to $300 too.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be doing
yeah.
it.
Is that a good neighbor hotel?
I think it is, but like that's ridiculous because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not exactly close to freaking Disneyland. So everybody's gonna raise the price for the hotels, but the thing here is like you have to have a reservation in order to enter the land, which means on May 31st you can't just freaking show up and expect to get in the land. You're not going to. That's not what's going to happen. But you're going to get people who show up not knowing that there was any kind of reservation thing and try to check it out. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a mess. That's what do you think, Rick?
It's going to be hectic on top of that because you're only going to have the one attraction open.
Yeah.
The Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run is going to be open. There's going to be no Fast Pass or Max Pass, which means you're going to have people waiting 5-6 hours to ride that.
Right.
Yeah, but there's stuff to look at, though, right?
Yeah,
Of
and I think
course.
that's what a lot of people are just conceding
just
the
wanna-
fact that let me just go in there and experience what this is.
Yeah, it's because it's an
And-
kind of like an all immersive experience.
Yeah.
Even going in, I don't want to get on the ride. It's going to be a crazy line. I just want to go look. I want to go try some of the alcohol beverages there.
You want blue milk.
Yes, I want the
No,
food.
I don't. I don't care what color the milk is.
You want the... Just take your lactate pills.
You want some blue milk.
But I want
bet the
to.
fodder if you
There's
want
so
bet.
much more to look at and do, especially being a Star Wars nerd. You know, that's what I'm not worried about that ride. I just want to get in and
So
see.
they have not announced a date. The reservations are going to be available. It doesn't cost anything to get a reservation, but you have to be able to get into the park. So, did you know that part, right? Like, as long as you have a ticket to get into Disneyland, you can sign up for a reservation, even if you just had to buy your ticket.
Has anyone gone to look online and see
Yeah,
what
but that's the thing.
ticket
I'm not buying the
prices?
ticket. So like, and that's going to be like May 31st, May 30th. So I'm going to be if this all pans out how I think it's going to happen, I'm going to be way late on that.
You'll miss the reservations. The reservations
Unless
will
I
fill.
could swing
why?
passes earlier, but
Why would you miss the reservation? Because you don't have to have anything. You sign up for the reservation for free. You don't have to have a ticket already. You just have to be able to get into the. No, you just have to be able to get into the. From what I understand from reading stuff, you just have to be able to get into the park that day.
It seems like it's
no
anything
shit.
else. It seems like
okay. Well, I was reading it like you had to have your ticket and then have a reservation.
No, because like if let's say for example I sign up for a tour of Disneyland, I'm paying for the tour, but that's not the admission price is not included in that. So when you get all your stuff and you get your reservations, or you get your reservations for a restaurant, it says, admission is not included in this. You must have valid admission in order to come in. They're not going to check that to the day of, more than likely.
You might not even get May 31st. Let's say you get June 5th. So you got June 5th. You don't need to have a ticket to the park until June 5th.
And you're going, what, second week of June, right?
Okay, he said you're going, what, the second week of June?
14th, 15th, 16th.
14th, 15th, 16th of June? Yeah. So you're still under that thing. So, like, I'm assuming what they're going to do is to probably, if you get into the reservation system, pick some times that you can do it. That you think that would be the easiest thing that they do is just put it down instead of just like random, because that's like, okay, here's your time. Like you would think you would have a pick of a few different times that you could do. So, just check it out and see what you got. But it's worth a shot. Like I'm going to try it too. I get what I get. By then I'll be off for summertime anyway. So I'll just kind of put in some times that I think I can do and just hope for the best. If I get in, I get in. If I don't, I don't. I'll wait it out. Not a big deal.
That's what we figure. We've already talked about, like, if we don't get in, I mean, we're going to be there for 3 days anyway. So it's just going to be fun for us because we don't have to rush around or anything. And we're actually more excited about staying at the hotel than we are about hitting the park, because not one person in this house has stayed at a Disney hotel before. So we're really stoked on that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I guess we can wrap this part up. Take a break. Ryan, hang out with us for a little bit.
I've been down and out, been feel left out. My luck never seems to last. I often lose what I got, which never seems to be a lot. I can't find a reason to get out of bed. Get busy dying. My luck runs out real fast. 2 times never seem to last. I was a thrown of a broken hearted fool. I've been kicked when I died, fallen down the hill that I broke in my stride. But you'll never come tumbling down after me. Well, later, luck got the last train out. Rain from heaven that was kicking me out. My friend is a bottle of Tennessee. Some say it was a one in time. Get busy living or get busy dying. I think I can put his friends to do it with you. Are you lost in nothing's game? Playing someone else's game. Pick up your head and stop your cry. Get busy living or get busy dying. Some say it was one in time. Get busy living or get busy dying. I'm so thankful for your friends I do with you. Are you lost in nothing's game? Playing someone else's game. Pick up your head and stop your cry. Get busy living or get busy dying. I've been down and out, been
So Ryan, you attended the Kiss concert recently, right?
Yes, I did.
How was that, man? Tell us about that.
So much to it. Quick background: I remember watching Kiss on Dick Clark's American Bandstand back in like the late '80s when that shit was still on, like on Saturday afternoon. Remember they'd show it, and I've always been a fan, even like times when I wasn't. I still liked Kiss, whatever. But Nick, he started getting into Kiss really heavy. He loves it. He's got some Kiss records, and there was the opportunity to go, so we went. And I will give them the credit, dude. Those guys are like pushing 70 years old and put on a fucking amazing, incredible spectacle of rock and roll. It is fantastic. And we've all been to a ton of shows. I put them right up there with, Tool was probably the best concert I've ever seen, live performance I've ever seen. Iron Maiden's probably one of the best live performances I've ever seen. Kiss is one of the best live performances I've ever seen.
Wow.
You would not know that they were 67. They played and moved around and did everything like they did 40 years ago. From the videos I remember, and especially with the makeup, you can't tell how old they are, but they still deliver. They still play, and the fucking fireworks were going, the booms and the lasers and the whole bit. And we were up at the very top of this center, halfway, in the middle of the nosebleeds, and you felt like you were right there, man. Like Gene Simmons did his whole God of Thunder gig. Oh wait, no, which one was it? Yeah, God of Thunder, where he does he messes with his bass and the blood comes out his mouth and he goes up on the rise. I mean, it was just watching it, and it still had that effect, the green light and everything. And Nick loved it. I mean, he blew his mind. His first concert he ever went to. The cool part was it was my first Kiss concert out of however many concerts, and it was his very first concert ever, which was a Kiss concert.
That's awesome.
So we got to experience that. It was you couldn't ask for anything better when it came to we all love music. It was just one of those things. Like, it was really cool. Some drunk guy fucking landed on him from the seats behind us, and I almost fucked this dude up. But it was like, if I start beating this fool's ass, I'm gonna go to jail, and my son's gonna be stuck at a rock concert. So that wasn't gonna work. But,
dude, I'm sure your son could have beat him up.
Yeah, the shitty thing was, though, it freaked him out because he didn't know. And he's 7. And
right.
Asshole falls on him. I throw this guy off, and he's like looking back at him the rest of the night. The guy was like he passed out in his seat.
Oh,
so and I was like, Nick, don't fucking worry about it. I was like, he gets up, I swear to God, I'll break his fucking neck. I promise you that. And he, but again, I'm not gonna attack a drunk guy, and I'm trying to watch this concert. So we left it was a Tuesday, so it was a school night. So we didn't stay for Rock and Roll Night or Black Diamond or the last 3 or 4 songs. We left right at I Was Made for Loving You, Baby, which was awesome. Paul Stanley flew across the arena to the second stage that was across, and there was a giant disco ball, and they played War Machine and all that. They played everything, man. And I'm telling you, if they do, I'm sure this isn't their last tour, but if it actually is, there were people that on Instagram and stuff that were saying, "Oh, these guys fucking suck," but they went to the show, and I'm like, "What show did you watch?" Because they delivered, hands down. They played rock. They're a rock and roll band. They're not your technical Meshuggahs and all that. I mean, they played what they play, and they really delivered. It was awesome. There was a drum solo. I can't think of the drum off the top of my head. He did this killer drum solo. They did the whole Tommy Thayer is the guy who plays the Star Child now, and he did the shooting the rocket from his guitar up, and the fireworks would go off, and they did the whole bit, man. It was great. And I'm glad I was able to experience it. Shirts were $50 starting.
Yeah, that's Kiss. That's Kiss. Could you get a coffin there too?
No, I got a bandana for $20.
Oh my God! That's pretty.
And
typical.
it's hanging up. It's hanging up in Nick's room right now. I had to get something, and this end of the road tour and all that. So he got something out of it, which I couldn't not get him something because it's his first concert. You got to have something, obviously.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No, that was it. It was just a great show. The set was great. It was a good time, and this all comes back to my kids and what their music is turning into, and he is a huge Kiss fan. He's a huge David Lee Roth fan. He's turning into a Joy Division guy somehow, Depeche Mode. So I mean, he's understanding what I guess we can say good music is, you know, and he's not getting sucked into some of the shit that's out now. But he really enjoyed himself, and I you know, down the road we're going to go to more shows. I just don't know who those are going to be.
Hey man, we're getting some information. Hotel reservations will give you a reservation for
No shit.
Yeah.
One
per registered guest. So
Yeah.
make sure that you're saying there are 4 of you going.
That's where 4 of us are staying, man.
Yeah, just
So,
make sure
cool.
you know you don't say 2 adults and no kids. Make sure you say 2 adults, 2 children, whatever you got to do.
Oh, we're paying for all 4. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Good to know.
Sorry to
to
interrupt
know.
everything, man.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I wanted to. I texted X this earlier, and then 2 weeks later, Christina and I went to the Justin Timberlake show at the Honda Center,
Oh,
and
that's right, JT.
that was a great show. Hey man, hey. Again, if you get a chance, go see the guy. He puts on a great show, but he didn't. Okay. First half of the show was killer. Second half, it turned into like a folk, like
Oh, was it the Man of the
country
Wood
and
stuff?
bluegrass.
The Man of the Wood stuff? Or
Yeah.
whatever it is?
Yeah, I mean, there's some good songs, but it kind of just went. I was like, Kiss outperformed you.
And they're old ass men.
It pulled a Suicide Squad.
Exactly. Kiss outperformed Justin Timberlake in the same arena. And I was telling Christina, all 4 of us are morons. We should have been going to these shows years ago, dude. There was 90% women there. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. And I was like, holy moly, like, you kidding me? Why are we going to metal and punk shows? Like, this is where it's at. You know?
I don't know, man. I saw Twilight opening weekend. Or not Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey opening
Okay,
weekend,
all right,
and I
all
wouldn't
right,
do
man.
that again.
Bye. I'm
I
done.
wouldn't
I'm
do
done,
that
dude.
again.
Bye, Dan. See you
I
later.
retire.
Hey, man, I got plenty of beer from my missus for doing that, so no complaints.
I'll make a comment off
Hey,
that.
I don't hate the player or the game. You know what I mean? So but it was cool. But Kiss, Back to Kiss was. If you can check out the YouTube footage, there's a lot of people who put, you know, live footage from whatever show they went to, and they're pretty good camera angles. So
Yeah.
And they
you know,
leave it
take a
up
look
because
at it.
Danzig would take that shit down.
They were up. Yeah, we watched a couple before we went and just, you know, checked out what they were playing. I had the set list, so I knew when we could leave. Because if we stayed till 11, we wouldn't have got out of the parking lot till 12 or 12:30. I got
at the Honda Center?
11:20.
yeah,
yeah.
the Honda Center, it's a challenge.
It was sold out, dude. It was packed.
Oh yeah,
Well, I've been to the Honda Center sold out. It's I mean,
yeah.
not
No,
crazy,
no,
but
man.
like it was
Tuesday.
like a Tuesday or
Tuesday.
something.
Yeah, but I have the extra 20-something minute drive past you guys, so I had to get him.
Yeah.
home for
No,
school and-
not arguing. Now I'm
You
just
know.
trying to think of how quick it is to get out of there. Because if you got the backside, that's usually I end
Yeah,
up
that's where
on
we
that
came
side
in.
over there.
It's still a challenge.
Phoenix Club Drive or whatever it's called.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
by the
that's
auto
where we- that's
dealerships.
where
And,
we're-
oh yeah, because isn't
Yeah.
the University of Phoenix is over there. Yeah.
The what?
No, the Phoenix Club is right there.
Well, what's the college that's down there? Platt. It's not Platt College. What is it?
That's no, it is
Chapman?
Platt.
Huh?
Oh.
Is it Platt?
Platt College is right there off of the freeway with it.
Is there a college there?
Yeah, I think it's Platt College. One of the online ones. Anyway. Oh, well,
I don't
that's
know about
Kiss.
that.
So, well, I heard that Paul Stanley's like, he's not really, he can't sing much anymore. That's part of the reason for Kiss saying this is it, because he's just like, he can't, and you don't expect it. You can't hit the notes that you used to hit when you were young.
Yeah.
That's all that it is. So, I don't know. We'll see.
He said they've had a.
It was good, bro. And if you have Sirius, I don't know who has Sirius, but I don't even know if it's on there. You might be able to find it. I'll see if I can send it to you guys. They did a live set at the Whiskey A Go Go, and I think it was to launch the whole world tour. And if you were a Sirius listener, you were able to go. There was like a contest, and you got to go see Kiss at the Whiskey.
Wow.
So yeah, which I've listened to that live set fucking 20 times probably now. It's just he sounds good. There's sometimes where it sounds like his voice is off, but for the most part, I mean, he hit everything. There was nothing really bad about anything.
Well, cool.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good time.
Other music stuff, man. There's a little bit going on here. Bash at the Beach. Have you seen that lineup?
You mean Back to the Beach?
Is it Back to the Beach?
Yeah, there's
Bash to the Beach is a world wrestling. That's a pay-per-view.
Bash to the Beach. Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's WCW, baby.
That's an introduction to the NWO to the
Yeah.
Bash of the Beach.
Back to the
No,
Beach.
was it Back to the Beach?
Bash of the Beach.
Bash.
That's what I said. Bash to the Beach. I said that, but it
Who's
should be
playing
Back to the
that?
Beach. The headliner on one night is Blink, and I believe on the other night it is The Used. I'll have to look at that. See, the thing about Back to the Beach, last year it was almost an entirely exclusive ska lineup, and this year it's not. Saturday's got a bunch of ska bands on it, but it's not what it was. So I got it right here. Over both days, Blink. Yeah, I think it's The Used that's playing that second night. I got it. Is it right here? That's the old one. Say again, Ed? Goldfinger is playing this. The story so far. Yeah, I can't find the actual lineup for both days. So who's playing day one, Dan? I know on Saturday for sure. On Saturday for sure, it is Blink that's headlining, and I think on Sunday it's The Used. I contemplated going, but we were supposed to have a softball game that day, so I wouldn't get there in anything that I would consider a good time because I would have missed most of the bands that I wanted to see anyway. Because my daughter's a Blink fan, so I was thinking about taking her to that, but it's just not going to work out. Yeah, I don't know. Lineup's okay. Saturday lineup's better than the Sunday lineup, wherever that is. Again, I can't find it, but no, well, you won't catch me there. These old gentlemen I'm sitting with don't go to shows, so.
I just don't go to festivals.
I'm trying to.
I'm not interested in that one.
Swing this one that's coming up at the Garden Amp Theater in Garden Grove, Garden Amp or whatever it's called.
Oh, with Gorilla
It's in
Biscuits?
Santa Ana. No, I want to go to that. I don't think I'm going to be able to go. Bauhaus is playing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, on a Tuesday, and I'm thinking I want to get there. I don't know how it's going to work, but that would be fucking bitching to go see Bauhaus. I mean, Jesus, if he even shows up, but especially down a little venue like that. I think it's in downtown Santa Ana or Garden Grove somewhere.
Oh, shit, you haven't been there?
No, I've never been there.
I've heard about it, but I've never been there, and it's interesting. It's a weird setup. Have you seen the pictures of the Garden Amphitheater? So it really is like an amphitheater. It's got the band plays on the stage. There's a little area that's right in front, and then there's a bunch of I think it's general admission kind of seating.
Isn't it near the high school?
I have no idea, man. I barely heard about this place a couple of months ago, and I was like, yeah, the Chromax did play there. A lot of hardcore bands. A lot of hardcore. Yeah, I think Gnostic Front played there too.
That's why I'm saying Gorilla Biscuits can play in there.
Yeah, they are. So I don't know. I'd like to check that place out, but it's really different. There's a lot of places in OC right now that are having shows that weren't around before. So
Marty's on Newport.
Marty's on Newport. That's small. That's a small spot. It's 150 people. Oh, does he?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's wild. I don't know about this other one, man. Oh, actually, as we're talking, Dan and I are going to go to Musing tomorrow. Sunday. We got tickets for Sunday, so we're going to go see the Vandals, Dead Kennedys, Fear, TSOL, and Voodoo Glow Skulls. So
that's this weekend.
Yeah, that's Saturday. So I keep saying Saturday, but
tomorrow,
by the time this even drops, it'll pass anyway.
We went.
Yeah, we went to go see that, and we'll review it on the next podcast.
I'm going to see Integrity, All Out War, and Toxic Holocaust 6 months.
What did you just tell me about that show?
Going to be that is going to be a fucking war inside of a little room.
Where's that at again? Where'd you say that was?
Brick by brick.
Oh, I've never been there. It's a small spot, huh?
It's cool. I've never been there. I've driven by it and seen it. It's small, but it's going to go off. That lineup is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a lineup. I don't know anything about this other one, man. What's the Bash music?
This is tough.
Craft Beer Festival.
The Bash is featuring Rancid, Pennywise, Suicidal Tendencies.
Oh,
L7,
that.
Madball.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we talking about that if it's not coming anywhere close to us?
Hey, we always talk about that kind of stuff.
Nah, I ain't talking about that. I don't even want to talk about Warped because I'm pissed off at them too.
Why are you pissed off at Warped Tour?
I'm pissed off at Warped because did you hear about that, Rye? Warped has got the 25th anniversary tour.
They're only doing it on East Coast and then up in Mountain View.
Fucking
right?
Santa Clara, dude. Yeah, it's in
Vampire
Mountain View, which is up in
territory.
that's
Whatever.
Palo Alto, dude. That's fucking ridiculous. Huh? No love for Pomona, where that shit started. But the lineup's
That's
fucking
funny.
like
No, that was
Offspring
Cal
and
State Dominguez
Bad
Hills.
Religion. It doesn't matter. It's nowhere anywhere in LA County, which is where, or Orange County, which is where that shit started. So fuck that. That's not gonna happen either. So
That's a fucking insult to like that's salt on the wound. But I mean, you could do the argument that like, spoil them and get it all.
you have to
fucked up. Like all those bands, especially that are coming out from them here, they're not playing down here. What the fuck is that?
right. Well, you know what? I do gotta say that we're fucking spoiled because all those bands are from down here. So it's like we get a chance to see them. It's just you kind of want to see them with everybody else.
Yeah,
too.
you want to see them at one time instead of having to buy like 20 different tickets.
Right. But yeah,
I'm really surprised they're not playing out. I wouldn't have gone anyway, but like I'm really surprised they didn't have something down here. That really shocked me.
I would have went. I think I'm the only one. I don't know if I count. I know Music Inc. is a festival, but the way that it's set up doesn't feel like it because a piece of it is indoors. You know what I mean, Dan? So I think I'm the only one that still actually will do a festival, like just kind of plan it out right. Because I did Warp last year, and I've done a couple other festivals. Like so, I don't know. I don't care if the lineup has to be strong for me to do it. Like I am pissed at Rancid though for the fucking bash thing.
I'm just surprised H.O. was playing with us at a craft beer festival.
It's all about that money. That's why.
Where's that one? Ohio?
It's
Phoenix?
It's Phoenix, Tucson, Englishtown, New Jersey, Boise, Idaho, Tacoma, Washington, San Jose, and Sacramento.
Wow.
Yeah, but no love for no love for us. So fuck them.
Hey, they didn't even fucking play in New York or Boston.
And I do realize you can't get it anywhere, but like, there's money to be made in L.A. So, I mean,
Dude,
I don't know.
L.A. you could have Morrissey play 7 nights and they'll sell out.
Oh,
every
you know
night.
what? You know what? No, dude, fucking Morrissey wouldn't play 6 of those 7 nights.
You wouldn't
Protest
play
a
7 of the
hamburger.
7 nights.
Right. and-
No,
yeah.
but he would still sell out all the concerts.
But he's gonna do fucking Broadway.
Yeah, and they already sold out. Or
Yeah.
the pre-sale sold out.
We'll see how much he does before he cancels that shit too. But anyway, did you see it? No Effects is actually gonna play that Warped Tour. It's the first time No Effects has
No
played the United
way.
States since the Stone Brewing controversy. So we'll see how that kind of fucking pans out. But it would be
I think
something like
everyone
that
forgot
before it
about
was
that.
like that. I did too, but I was like, you know what? I've been kind of watching. Like they haven't played anywhere. Like no one will fucking book them. So I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Rick, so tell us about this Rock for MS.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's Rock for MS.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this one. I think I'm gonna end up getting tickets. It's the 7th annual Rock for MS. It's a benefit concert and awards show. This is near and dear to my heart because my wife does have MS. She has the relapsing remitting version, and there's other ones. There's present progressive, something progressive. This show is in LA. It's at the LA Theater. Marky Ramone is going to be playing LA with his Blitzkrieg band for the first time in like 5 years. So Greg Hetson is part of the band.
Oh, I just pulled it up.
Yeah. Hal Sparks is emceeing the event. Proceeds are all into the Rock for MS Foundation. So this is pretty cool, man. I'm excited. I don't know a lot of other details, but Marky Ramone is one of the last Ramones. You know, all the other, he's the closest you can get to an original member now, or at least a
Yeah, because it's only him.
member.
It's only him and CJ. They're still around.
Yeah, the original lineup is gone. But I mean, in terms of being the drummers, he was the longest ranging drummer.
Yeah.
So more power to him there. If anybody's gonna keep that name and going, cool, Marky Ramone.
Exactly.
I'm down, man.
He's
So-
got his own channel on Sirius now. They added 100 new channels, and he was doing an hour or 2 hour show every week. Marky Ramone's Punk Rock Blitzkrieg, and they put him on his own channel now. It's sick. It's great. And he's playing everything, like old, new, everything. It's really good.
So that's its own channel now?
Yeah, I'm serious. Well, it's a punk rock station. I mean, I'm not sure of the station, but he has a show on one of the stations.
What are they gonna give
Yeah,
Steve Jones his own station?
well, they had him on a kind of like punk rock hip hop station, and they moved him over to First Wave, which is the 80s new wave, dark wave, like alternative station.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the one that
And,
Richard Blade's on sometimes.
Yeah, it's Richard Blade, Swedish Eagles, Sluggo, and Cat Corbett.
Oh wow, that's a blast from the past.
Those are the four main ones. And then if you listen to K-Rock HD2, which is their 80s station, it's Freddie Snakeskin, Tammy Heidi, and now Jed the Fish on Sunday nights. And that's a lot of fun.
Hey, well, first of all, dude, why are you like? We can still hear you. Why are you off the mic? But anyway, did you guys see? We were talking about Marky Ramone. Did you see he got into it with Johnny Rotten?
Yeah. What's
No.
up with that?
Yeah.
They were doing it was after some documentary, It was a panel that included John Lydon, Johnny Rotten, Marky Ramone, Henry Rollins, the chick from L7, Duff McKagan. So you know how Johnny Rotten is.
Yeah.
John Lydon just speaks his mind and he always talks a bunch of shit. So he traded a couple barbs back and forth with Henry Rollins, and then really got into it with Marky Ramone, who called him out and said, "You're not even an original fucking Ramone. All you did was rip off Richard Hell's image, Blank Generation, Richard Hell. That's all you did. You never really did anything else." And then Marky shot back, well, Sid Vicious was the star of the Sex Pistols. So two guys went back and forth for a little bit, and I don't know, it was just kind of funny. I haven't watched the clip, but I kind of read a transcript of what happened, and it's typical Johnny Rotten shit.
Because I'm trying to figure out, was Marky doing it as kind of a banter back and forth, or was there like a legitimate heat between the two?
I think there's a legitimate heat between the two. Like it's small. Because the transcript right here says, "And Sid Vicious was a star," Ramone said, prompting Lydon to smile and stick his tongue out. "That's right, he was," Lydon replied. "He was a star for asshole fake idiots like you. Enjoy your drugs and fucking have a happy death." Lydon then continued his attack on the drummer. "Punk music for me was proof positive that we could change our lives by music. Meaning what we said, attack the political systems. This daft cunt is into fucking drugs. You talk the talk, but you didn't do the walk, just like the MC5, Ramone said. Lydon then stood up and danced around. "Hello, Johnny Rotten never did the walk." Then as Ramone continued, Lydon looked at him and said, "Look at you look like a heavy metal fucking reject." "Sit the fuck down," Ramone said. "This is fucking punk rock right here," L7 Sparks then offered, unpolished, unrehearsed, off the fucking rails. So they went at it a little bit. John Lydon's got heat with everybody, but everybody's like, he's just fucking John Lydon.
Fucking Marky Ramone's gotten into it with the other Ramones. Like on their last interview in Howard Stern, they were making fun of him because he had a hairpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Marky Ramone played for that version of the Misfits, so whatever. It is what it is.
You mean Jerry Only and the Punk Rock All Stars?
Oh, did you hear what happened with that? Did you hear what happened to that? Did I say what happened to that?
That Joy's playing the Chicago?
No, I don't give a fuck about that with Michael Graves.
No.
Oh, no, I did hear about this.
Did you hear about that, Ryan?
Yeah, I did.
He's doing a Misfit set or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah,
That's all I've seen,
in South America, and Jerry Only and his lawyer came through with a cease and desist letter.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I said you can't do that because since 2001 you made it seem like you've been a part of the Misfits. That's what they're saying. Like you can't go and do that. And he's like, "I wrote those fucking songs." So yeah,
Dude.
he officially got a cease and desist.
Fucking Michael Graves deserves more credit than he gets, man.
Agreed.
Those two records are great. I don't care what anyone says.
They are. They're good albums. He wrote the fucking songs. If he wrote the songs, dude, like you should be able to perform them.
Yeah, but I think the way it's set up, like everybody gets credit for him. So Jerry
I
Loney
think-
has good lawyers, is what it is.
Jerry, that's kind of what Michael Graves is kind of stupid at the same time because he was poking fun at some stuff, and then he comes back with his response, and he said something about, "Oh, you can't even spell my name right," but then he's got spelling errors in his fucking thing, and it becomes like, "Oh, the only reason you're even doing this is because Jerry can afford the rich lawyers, and I have to work and make sure my kids get fed." And fucking please, dude, like, hey, either do it and fucking man up and just do it, or don't, because you got the letter. Just pick something. I don't know. Michael Graves is kind of weird. Like he's a good musician. I do like those two albums, but the dude himself is kind of weird. I mean, he's a conservative punk, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he was a punk.
Yeah.
He joined the Marines after he'd already been on the tour with the Misfits.
Yeah. He's a conservative punk that likes weed. So I don't know. That's a fucking.
Hey, nowadays everybody's liking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a little bit of a.
Even Alex Jones smoked a joint, so allegedly.
That was tobacco, dude. That
was tobacco. I was the first thing that it was tobacco. I'm sure it was.
That was one of the greatest radio interviews I've ever heard in my life. That was so good. The whole thing was awesome.
Did you watch all
Oh
4
my God.
hours?
I listened to all 4 hours. I didn't watch it, but I listened to the whole thing. It was so fucking fun. Like for a radio interview or I don't know, podcast, radio interview, whatever, dude, they fucking brought the entertainment. Good for them. They did well. That was great.
I say watch because Dan's always watching that shit at the shop. Every time I go in, fucking Joe Rogan's on.
I'd love to watch it. I'm radio. Like to watch 4 hours of that, it would never happen.
Yeah, I
And
know.
I could pull off 4 hours in the car.
Yeah, that's how I listen to all my freaking podcasts. Or in one
Yeah.
ear as I'm doing shit around the house.
Yep.
That's how I have it playing and just got one ear plug in. Anybody else music? Anybody get anything new? Listen to anything new?
No.
I've been listening to old shit. I've been listening to a lot. I've been listening to Bad Religion's first album, 8085.
Dude, I didn't even want to listen to the new Weezer
Oh,
album
I
that
got
came out
some
last
music
week.
If you guys want to do a quick album thing, I mean,
Yeah.
I got some cool stuff.
Whatever. What are you listening to, dude?
There's a band called Conan who you're talking. The name really says it. It's fucking heavy, just in your face metal, but it's not like speed metal or anything. It's just that real. It's like barbarian music.
Hey, what's the name of that fucking band? Is it Thor? What's the name of that fucking band that, good God, man, the one that looked like Vikings?
Armana Moth.
Oh,
No.
Amon Amarth.
No, not Amon Amarth. No, not Viking. Like fucking Conan, the barbarian shit. What's the fucking name of that band, dude?
Man of War.
Manowar. Is it Manowar? No, it's not. There's another fucking band that's like that. I can't think of it.
No.
I don't know either, man. Metal's not my fucking thing.
But Conan is like real heavy, real good stuff. It's up there with that stoner doom metal shit. They're actually playing with that band Ozorn. Remember Ozorn from the Black Flag show?
That was oh yeah, dude.
Apparently I was the only one who liked them. They were the shit. They are the shit.
Well, not my
That
style.
band
Of,
is
not
good.
my style of music, but they were much better than Black Flag.
Dude,
That
they're
is true.
fucking good. They're playing with Conan coming up here in LA sometime. I've been following those guys. I kind of talk to them back and forth a little bit. You know, they live out here somewhere. I think they're from Moreno Valley or some shit. But they're playing with Conan. Conan's the one though. If you're looking for good music that's like a newer band, them or Monolord, same thing. It's like that heavy 70s style rock metal stuff.
Huh.
Good stuff. Real good, real heavy. Not Greta Van Fleet.
I
Style.
saw Greta
It's-
Van Fleet, dude. Did I tell you that?
No.
I went to Acoustic Christmas and they played. They sound like Led Zeppelin, dude. I wasn't interested.
I finally heard him. I go, is this Led Zeppelin? I never heard
I
this
told
song
you
before.
it sounds like Led Zeppelin. Oh, the band
I
I was
think
thinking
they're-
about is called Thor.
Thor?
Yeah, the band I was thinking is called Thor. Look that shit up.
Never
You'll see
heard
the
of
album cover. You'll be like, what the fuck is this? You guys listen to
Really
anything
good.
else? Rick said he's not listening to Weezer's new album. I haven't been on anything new. Looking forward to in the music section. Looking forward to Music, which we will have gone to by the time this drops. So looking forward to seeing
I'll tell
Voodoo
you,
with Ephraim as a singer.
New Bad Religion's coming out this year, and they're saying Offspring.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they've. I think it was Noodles finally said, yeah, it is done. It is going to be coming out this year. Which
How
have
long
been
have
the
you been
rumors.
working on it?
That's been the rumors for the last 2 years. So
I haven't listened to any of the new albums.
Of who?
Offspring.
They all sound the same.
Yeah.
Which that's not bad to me. I don't mind. But it's like Pennywise. You know what you get.
Yeah.
So
Consistent.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
consistently I mean, I dig it, but it's consistent.
mm-hmm.
No, that's
There's
it.
before I forget, there's a band with and I can't think of their name. They have a song called Alien Weaponry, and it's this band out of New Zealand. I can't look it up because if I do, I think I'll lose you guys. But they're called.
Jordy was telling me.
Do you
about
guys
that.
have internet in front of you?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop right now. We all have phones too, but
Look up Alien Weaponry song, and it'll tell you the band. I can't think of the band's name off the top
the
of my
band.
head.
It looks like the name of the band is Alien Weaponry.
Fuck, what is it? Kai something or
Kai Tangata.
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
them out. So they're three brothers from New Zealand, and they're all like white boys, but they have like Aborigine roots.
They're probably
So their
like
songs
17,
are in,
18 by now
their
because they're all
songs are
teenagers.
in whatever dialect that is. They're good.
Wow.
It's like listening to heavy metal haka almost, like just real like hardcore heavy metal, not like Metallica metal. I mean like Earth Crisis-y almost,
Huh.
Yeah, it says they
like
have
hardcore. Yeah,
they
good stuff.
have
They're fun.
Maori ancestry.
Maori.
Maori. Yeah.
Maori.
Maori. Yeah.
They're the indigenous people of New Zealand.
There you go.
Crazy, man. There's stuff for everybody, dude. Whatever you're into.
Dude, I think Noisy did a documentary on them.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but Ryan hates Vice.
Oh.
Wait, what? Who?
Vice?
Fuck Vice. Vice is fucking.
Oh,
stupid,
he's always
man.
fucking talking about their fucking like top 10, whatever. You're like, this bullshit. That's why, huh?
Dude, look at their
Top 10
dude,
list.
Dude, they're like, oh yeah, fucking Seinfeld is what is it? Is not nice to whoever, and there was something else that came out and it said, if you like suspect for fucking, I'm like, really? That's your title of your fucking story? Okay, it was a good movie. Oh man, don't get me started. Fucking back.
Think that's gonna do it for entertainment news. Got anything else?
I think that's about it.
So that's a wrap on the entertainment news. We want to thank the legendary Ryan Z for joining us again. Thank you, Ryan.
Anytime, fellas.
All right, man. You take care. Have a good night.
Take it easy,
Yeah,
man.
you too. Thanks, guys.
All right, later, bro.
Bye.
Later, man.
Time for break.
Time for a break.
Great time.
You tell me that you wanna sing, you've got to believe it. You tell me that you wanna dance, you've got to believe it. Most people in the world, yeah, they got no clue. Singing to the tunes of the same old news. I hope you like a trip, cause it's ending soon. And I don't care what you do, just be happy. But don't be a hater, cause haters are so nasty. Born from the same old star, we're all living together. So don't be a motherfucker. You say you got something good, why don't you use it? Standing front row at the show like you created music. Brothers in trouble when the show is on. Flashing so hard, yeah, he hates his song. But haters he loves, so let's give him a hug. Cause I don't care what you do, just be happy. But don't be a hater, cause haters are so nasty. Born from the same old star, we're all living together. So don't be a motherfucker. I'm standing on my soapbox. Love is good, but don't love so much. To the point where your mind's made up. Look around you like everything sucks. This life's on your own time. Do the work and try to have a good time. I don't care what you do, just be happy. But don't be a hater, cause haters are so nasty. I don't care what you do, just be happy. But if hating makes you happy, then hate a lot and get happy. Born from the same old star, we're all living together. So don't be a motherfucker. Yeah. Don't be a motherfucker. Please don't be a motherfucker.
All right, it is officially bottle share time, and this month's bottle share comes courtesy of Dan and his buddy and business partner, Mr. Mike Flack. So tell us about this, Dan.
Dude, so he put together a Corona Light copycat. It's just he's taking a stab at things, it's just a copycat recipe. He says it's pretty good. It says it's supposed to taste just like it, so I'm curious. I fear no beer.
Yeah. X, tell us a little bit about a Corona. What would you classify that as?
Mexican lager. And lagers, just by the way they're brewed, like I think it's a different type of fermentation, so it's kind of difficult for a home brewer to do.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's one of the more challenging beers to do, even for a high quality brewer.
Yeah,
it's one of those beers that, like, if you can perfect a good lager, you're like in.
That's why, like a couple years ago, like a lot of places didn't have lagers, like because it's just like you can't hide anything by masking it with like different flavors or anything like that as you can with an ale.
Oh man!
So let's open this one up.
I hope it's okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm going to drink it anyways.
So, in other beer news, Newcastle is changing the recipe.
That is weird.
Tell me a little something about that.
So, Lagunitas, who brews a little something something, has purchased Newcastle, and they did a couple years ago, and has been brewed in Holland. Well, actually, Lagunitas was purchased by Heineken, the company that does Heineken, who also owns Newcastle. So, Newcastle wasn't brewed in England anymore. It was being brewed in Holland for a while. So they said, like, hey, look, we're going to change something up. We're going to change this to a different recipe. It's going to be brewed in a probably Petaluma, or probably I think they have one in Inglewood.
Petaluma, that's where Skankin' Pickle's from.
Petaluma or somewhere, I think. Where does that have Budweiser, big ass Budweiser plant? Irwindale. Yeah. So they have one in that area. So the probably is going to be brewed there.
No, it's Miller plant, isn't it? Irwindale?
Yeah, it's Miller.
Oh, maybe.
That is, yeah. So they're going to brew it in one of those two breweries over here in United States. They're reimagining it. They're going to use American hops. Not sure how it's going to taste. Newcastle's like the first beer, like after I turned 21, that I really got into. It's the reason I follow Newcastle United. Shout out to Toon Army LA, who are a bunch of great guys that who also, one of the reasons they noticed Newcastle United was because they had the beer crest on the soccer jerseys. Yeah. And we up every once in a while, talk about soccer. I text those guys about half as much as I text you guys, which, that's a lot.
Yeah. So, and Newcastle's one of the first beers you had me drinking when I first started drinking. Mm-hmm. And foolish me, man. We would go to islands. Oh, I'm going to get a Newcastle. They'd bring you the coldest fucking Newcastle ever. And it wasn't until later I'm like, it should be a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
It tastes so much better when it's got just that little bit of warmth to it.
Mm-hmm. That takes the chill off when it doesn't have the chill on it.
Yeah, when you don't have that chill on it anymore, because that's an English beer.
Shorty used to drink. Shorty drinks at room temperature.
Warmer. Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah. Closer to that.
Yeah.
You chill it and just let it sit for a little while, but
not this ice cold the way.
Yeah, no.
Islands used to do, man.
Where it was frozen.
Yeah. And I'm like, it took me years to figure that out. I'm like, stupid Rick.
I had a friend of mine, like, I go to his house and he'd have beers. Oh, I put the glasses in the refrigerator. I'm like, don't do that anymore. Or the freezer. I go, don't do that anymore. So, why not? I go, you just don't do it.
What was it? Are we ready?
Yeah. Let's see here. It's light.
It is light.
It is light. No weird flavoring or flavors.
A little malty. Not hoppy at all.
This tastes like a lighter version of that Sublime beer.
It does.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, he said it was a Corona Light copy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not tasting that. It does taste like a lighter version of the Sublime beer.
It does taste like a Mexican lager.
Yeah.
Give him that.
Yeah,
it is. A lot of credit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because that Mexican lager's,
Mm-hmm.
the Sublime one is really good, and it's pretty.
A little bit of lemon. I guess you don't fruit the beer, but a little lemon would taste pretty good in this too.
Lime.
Yeah.
Corona style.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there you go.
No, but this is very good for homebrew.
Yeah, it's refreshing too.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say, like, where'd you buy this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
better yet, I would drink this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go out and be like, if somebody were like, oh, you didn't want to, you want a beer? I'd offer me one of these. I'd be like, yeah, that's good.
I need this in the shop. Nice light beer. Just satisfy you. Your palate.
Yeah. Totally.
That's the thing. If this weather starts to change, this is a good summer beer.
Summer beer.
Yeah, lousy Smarch weather.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed.
Well, right on, Flack, man. Good deal, bro.
Yeah,
well
man.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
So, you had any extraordinary eats?
I haven't had many extraordinary eats lately. Not really since the cashew pizza that we posted online, which is really good. You ever had cashews on pizza?
I've heard about it, and I've never had it, though.
The kind of roasts the cashew a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and it's a nice flavor. Little texture. It's definitely a little bit of salty, a little savory to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but you saw the pictures. Extraordinary eats don't have to come from a restaurant. You can do them at home too.
Yeah.
You're the master of that, Dan. Right now, you're the smoker king. I did those pork loins. Just couple hours in the teriyaki marinade. Let them sit low and slow on the grill,
mm-hmm.
and then right about 100 degrees. So before, they're about 40 degrees off of fully cooked. Throw a pineapple slice on there. Just absorbs that pineapple juice.
Sucks it all in.
Really good.
You guys
Really
like
good.
mac and cheese?
Yes.
You should try a smoked buffalo mac and cheese. Buffalo chicken mac and cheese.
Ooh.
I've heard of that before. I just don't know where I could find it other than making it.
No, you want to make it.
Oh,
you
really?
Make
Yeah,
your
yeah.
own. Make your own elbow macaroni. You use a good cheese. You throw a little bit of bacon in there. You can
bacon.
do like chunks of chicken that are especially if you can make your own
Yeah.
little chicken
Yeah.
nuggets. Use whole chicken breast and toss them in buffalo
Nice.
sauce. Dump that in with the elbow macaroni, and then pop all of that in a smoker. Smoke it for
Nice.
like an hour, and just let all that settle in.
See, that's my next step is I've been doing gas grill for everything.
Taste the meat, not the heat.
Yeah.
My-
But you know what? I went back and I got a little, just a Weber to start with.
Uh-huh.
Little Weber
Perfect.
kettle grill.
That's perfect.
Do indirect heat, man. Start playing around, tooling around. Dude, I got it for like $40 on clearance.
Oh,
That's
wow.
rad.
That's
Little
really awesome.
little 18-inch Weber. So I don't think they've been that cheap since I worked at Kmart.
They make is it 21 inches or is it 26 inches?
The one I have is an 18.
But they
it's a little
go
bit
as
smaller.
high as
I think the
26?
24 is the traditional size.
They make a pizza oven that sits on top of that Weber, and then you put the lid on top of it, and
Yeah.
then you can turn that into a pizza oven.
Well, my in-laws gave me a flat top for my gas grill.
Oh, nice.
So it's just a cast iron
Cast
flat
iron
top, man.
grill.
I've been seasoning it slowly. I've made pancakes and bacon on it outside a couple of
Yeah.
mornings, man. So
Yeah.
good. I got some al pastor from the grocery store, threw it on there. So it's been a lot of fun.
My friend has a green egg smoker, and he's done pizzas on that before.
Yeah, I want to get. I really would like to get something like that. Those are really nice.
If you get one, get the biggest one you could find because my friend's like, I got this big one. I thought it was gonna be fine, but I need a bigger one because it's not enough.
Are both of those empty?
Yes.
Yeah.
The bottles, yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, I'll throw something. Go ahead.
The eventual dream, of course, is a Traeger. Who
Yeah.
doesn't have that dream though?
They're nice. I
Yeah.
used one. When I was in Calusa. I did a cow's head. I smoked a cow's head. That was the tongue. I've never had lengua before.
Yeah.
The tongue. Holy smokes! In the
delicious.
Traeger, that thing was.
I can
amazing.
imagine.
Yeah, it was delicious. I smoked a lot of stuff that week. Hey yo.
He's not talking about
we
me.
know you.
No, I smoked. Man, I think I did 40 jalapeno poppers. I did three pork butts. Like 4 racks of ribs, a couple tri-tips, all on a Traeger.
Hey, have you ever
Nice.
done your own bacon?
Yeah,
Got the pork
that
belly
was the
and then
first. That was, believe it or not, actually the first thing we did. That was the first thing we did when I got my Masterbuilt, my smoker that I have right now. That was we went to Costco and got pork belly, and we just screw it. Let's just figure out if we can make this. We did it. It
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, I even had a bag of my own bacon bits. They were real chunky. That was my first smoke. Yep,
Nice.
I'm sure
Do you have is it electric or is it?
it's electric. It's the way to go, man.
Yeah.
Especially when we had at my house, I had solar, so
yeah.
Mhm.
so that was rad. But yeah, I've got an electric smoker. It's controlled.
nice.
And then a probe thermometer, especially if you get
Yeah.
into smoking meats, that's cuts your time in half. It takes a lot of the guesswork out.
Right.
So
Very cool.
yeah,
I'll throw out there quick extraordinary eats, I guess. I ate there the other day. Capone's. You ever been to Capone's, Rick?
In Norco?
No, in Riverside.
Oh, you know I have.
Where's that at?
I drive
That
by
sounds
that
so
every
On
day.
Arlington.
I drive by that every day.
Over by the bowling alley. Yeah.
I know exactly what
Have
you're
you,
talking
have
about.
you eaten there?
No,
It's good.
that donut shop right next to it is amazing.
Well, gotta
Best
try that
donuts
now.
I've ever.
Gotta try that.
Yeah.
But Capone's Pizza is there in Riverside. It's on Arlington, across from Arlington Lanes.
Mhm.
Right about that area right there. They're home of the big one, 24-inch
The flying
pizza.
saucers.
Yeah, kind of a flying saucer cut up in 30 pieces. The calzones are big enough that you could share one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, got that. I had a sandwich the other day, an Italian sandwich. They serve them hot, I believe hot, and cold. Good stuff. It's good stuff. It's just a small little spot right there across from, like I said, Arlington Lanes, and it's got good pizza.
Yeah.
I thought about it because I ended up getting we went to a different school we had to do some stuff at, and there was about 10 of us that had to eat, and I was like,
Mhm.
let's just get a big one, and I'll get a sandwich because of the cheese thing. I like
Yeah.
pizza, but like out in public, I was like, if I was at home, good.
Some treacherous waters there.
If I'm on company time, I'm gonna pass on that one. But no, it's good. It's definitely recommended.
Oh, cool. Yeah, but you're right there, man. You should check out Linda's Donuts. They're super cakey. They're if you have them, they're a little pricey. It's about $12-13 a dozen.
Mm.
But the next day, 2-3 days, if you have them, they don't get that kind of staleness to them.
Yeah.
They stay fresh for fairly long. I know, is it about it? And the frosting and everything is killer.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Oh, I looked it up right here.
Yeah. So are we about done here?
Yeah, I'd say we're doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. So anything planned coming up for anybody?
I'll be going to WonderCon at the end of the month, same day I think as Rock for MS. So, like I said, I'm just gonna look around. I'm not planning to spend anything. Maybe I'll check out a panel or two, but
Just going to hang out.
just go to hang out. I enjoy going. Robbie was kind of like sad that we weren't gonna go for the full 3 days.
Yeah.
Or like I said, like I wasn't gonna go at all. I said like, you know what? I gotta go for at least a day. See if I can find somebody to buy all my shit.
Awesome.
Nah, nothing new over here. Just working. That's about it. Be going
How's
to
the shop?
Bakersfield next week. It's going good, man. We're busy. We're busy, and there's always room for improvement. You know, when we're busy usually like heading into the weekends. But what a lot of people don't know is that like during the week is like a really good opportunity for people to get in if they needed to. So we've added more barbers. We made it a lot easier to get appointments with us at the shop. You know, so there's some better times to do it as opposed to everybody trying to book on the weekend.
I noticed you have a bio on the reserve page now. That's kind of interesting.
So I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get more of the barbers on board. I want everybody to kind of read a little bit about them, kind of give them an
Right.
option. Believe it or not, it's actually gotten me clients.
Cool.
A guy.
I did notice that you're the only one that had one and no one else did.
Well,
At the
did
time,
Frankie
at the
have
time.
one? I thought.
I don't think so. Not at the time that I checked.
Yeah, this guy was in my chair one time, and he goes, "Hey, he goes, do you really have a tattoo of a potato on your leg?" I go,
If you only knew.
As a matter of fact, I do. I mean, I only wear shorts. I hardly ever wear pants. So I showed him my potato tattoo, and he started laughing.
Oh man, so you'll appreciate this then. Potato tattoo. We were moving some stuff from Alicia's aunt's house. Her uncle passed away, and they're kind of cleaning up and everything. And her aunt gave her some of the family stuff. One of the things she got was this ceramic piece that someone on her grandma's side made. It's a potato.
Oh shit! No
And
way!
it's cut out on top so you can use it as like a condiment server or something like that. But it looks like your fucking tattoo, dude.
Oh wow! And
Beautiful potato. I'll have to. Alicia posted about it a couple days ago. I'm gonna have to go pull it up.
I'm gonna put Simply Irresistible under it.
I'm not gonna put Simply Irresistible around it though.
That's funny.
Dan?
Well, Dan and I will be at Muse Inc. on
Yep.
Sunday. Got that coming up. I will be out of town next week after not this coming week, the week after that. I will be out of town up north, touring colleges and walking around, hurting my feet, hurting my legs, doing that. Got 8 colleges to tour. Week after that, I'm on spring break. Angels-Dodgers game. Not much else going on that. No, that's pretty much it.
Right on. Try to go to the Rock for MS show coming up, and the next month in April, we have some of my buddies and I have a date set aside to do a brewery.
Are you going on a date? That's cool.
Yeah, a brew crawl of some sort. So probably end up in Orange County, hit up a few more breweries. Perfect for some extraordinary eats or some bottle share topics.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Cool. I think that's gonna do it for us.
Awesome.
All right. Once again, thank you to our sponsors. That includes Maid Shop Riverside. Rico, we're going to be hitting you up pretty soon. Chino Valley Brewing. And, of course, Crown and Stash Barber Company. Barbershop, Barber Company.
Barber Company.
All right. If you want to have any comments, you want to contact us, please do. We're always looking for music to share on the podcast. If you want us to review anything, you're welcome to do that as well. We want us to review, rather. You're welcome to send it our way, of course. You can email us at exocast@yahoo.com. You can find us on Instagram at exoculture. We're on Facebook at EXO Cult and on Twitter at EXO Cultcast. Don't forget to listen to past episodes on Podomatic, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. We're also on YouTube as Extraordinary Culture Podcast, or you can ask your smart home device to play the Extraordinary Culture Podcast.
You can also find us on the interweb at extraordinaryculture.weebly.com. Rick and I will have some news hopefully next month about a new venture we're going to try, so we'll talk about that next month.
So for this month, I'm Rick.
I'm Xavier.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dan.
See you